Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. We have got the first match of the last round before the finals of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. This one is going to be between the Hurricanes and the Reds. Should be an exciting contest. Unfortunately for the Hurricanes, they did have that loss to the Brumbies last week, which did kind of mean that their playoff hopes are over, unless, of course, a couple of the New Zealand sides do pick up losses along the way in this round. But I will quickly show the table so you guys know exactly where everyone is standing. At the moment, the Blues sitting in first place, but only by one extra point. Then the Highlanders and the Crusaders both sitting on 18. They have got big games, and one of them is happening a little bit later on tonight with the Highlanders taking on the Brumbies, and also the Crusaders playing the Rebels tomorrow. But we have got the Hurricanes sitting on 16 at the moment. So if they can get a bonus point win here over the Reds, which would be very tough to do, but if they can do that, it would just put that little bit more pressure on the other New Zealand sides when we do get to see them tomorrow. But I hope you are all doing well. We've got a lot of people in the chat at the moment. We have got Peno Isaac, also Dean, Henry Samuel. We have got Liam Games, Midnight Plays, Charles, Prince, Will Machu, Jet Lees, Timothy, Aiden, Jeffrey, and more cake as well. And also Mako Vunapola Bears here and has said, yeah, the boys welcome everyone in to this live stream. And yeah, hopefully we will get to see some very good rugby coming up very soon. But first we will check in with the Brumbies lineup. That's the wrong lineup. That is the Brumbies. They are playing a little bit later on. Hurricanes is the one that we are after, and they have got a very strong backline. And the fact that they've got Salisa Rayasi coming off the bench as well, and Peter Umanga Jensen, they are going to be a dangerous side in that last 20 minutes or so. But you got the bus on one wing, you got Wes Houston, Pace for Days on the other, and you got Jordy Barrett at the back as well. Nagala Mape perhaps could be his very last game for the Hurricanes before he heads overseas. So a very strong backline for the Hurricanes here, and also good loose forwards. Artie Savia, Karefi, and also Prince Sepp have been working very hard, and a Safa Mo back in that number 2 jersey is going to be very exciting to see what he can do. Then we look at the Reds, and they have got a strong lineup. Once again, Harry Wilson is playing some incredible rugby at the moment in that number 8 jersey for the Reds. Also, Lukan Salakai-Lotto claims a lot of lineouts. Taniela Tupou has had a lot of hype around him throughout this competition, and he will be hoping to have a good game here, as well as Hunter Paisami in that backline. Isaac Henry making up the centres. Matt Greeley, he had his debut last week, only told about it hours before the game, but he did perform, and now he is back in that number 15 jersey with Bryce Hegarty moving into that number 10 jersey because of the slight injury to James O'Connor as well. And then we will have a quick look at the reserves, and I will read all of your chat that we have got. We've got Dane Coles in the number 16 jersey for the Hurricanes. Also, the names that I mentioned a little bit earlier on, Umaya Jensen and Ray Arce, both going to be dangerous men off that bench. Then for the Reds, though, they have got Fraser McRae. He is a very talented player. Also, Moses Sorovi has been doing decently. Kalani Thomas, couple spare players in the back line for the Reds, and they will be going to them later on in this one as well. Right, we are straight back in, and what have we got in the chat? We have got Hamish Skirt there from Marco Vodabolivia as well. We have got Hamish, how are you doing? From Prince. I'm doing well, although my internet really doesn't like me lately. I would like to say that I am exaggerating, but I had to reset my modem about 15 times to be able to get this live stream up and running. So hopefully it is all running smoothly, and we will get through these matches without any difficulty there. We have also got their Go Reds from Jet Lees, also $12 at Ona Laumape last game at the Cake Tin. They were doing $12 ones, weren't they? So 500 tickets, that is impressive. We have what's got there. Well, all NZ finals, no Aussie teams in the top 5 as well, says Millie Toilet. Although the Reds are kind of close. Where are the Reds sitting at the moment? No, they can't get there, and neither can the Brumbies. I was thinking maybe they would be able to catch up with the Chiefs, but not quite in this situation. But 2 Aussie sides have been able to get wins so far. So maybe we will get to see a third and even a fourth in this round of Super Rugby. Nudia got winning as well, says Aiden. The Reds, after the way they played against the Blues, they were only losing by 7 points there. So I feel like they're going to be a hard side for the Hurricanes to beat, who just didn't quite find their feet in the last match. So we'll have to wait and see how they go. But they have got Nalila Mape. They are shown here 83 matches, 47 tries, 125 clean breaks, 291 defenders beaten since his debut in 2016. We have also got there, let's hope it's a New South Wales score tonight, Kiwi lads, as well. Says Machu, of course. Didn't go the way of Queensland, that is for sure, in State of Origin. 50-6, was it, in the end? It was somewhere around there. But it was a big surprise. I didn't expect that much of a difference in that game. Aiden has said Lamapi to score a hat-trick to say goodbye as well. Maybe it is the case. James Dolman is going to be the man who has got the whistle in hand for this match. And we are counting down before this match gets underway. The last match for both of these sides, unless the Hurricanes can pull off something of a miracle here, but it has been kicked off by the Reds. They have gone short only, just Noah hasn't gone 10. So now it is going to be maybe claimed. No, they didn't kick it 10, so now it is going to be in the hands of the Hurricanes. So interesting start there. Bryce Higgidy was the man who was kicking off that one. He is in the number 10 jersey, like I mentioned. That is because of James O'Connor. I believe he's got a hamstring injury, if I'm not wrong, or something along those lines, which did leave him out of the last match as well. I am going to rotate a light a little bit because it is quite bright right on the screen. There we go. We are good to go. Hey, mate, how many games today? There are only the 2 games that we are going to be having tonight, which will be this one between the Hurricanes and the Reds, and then also it will be the game a little bit later on between the Brumbies and the Highlanders. I'm just writing down the pack weights, 932 kgs for the Reds. That is huge. That is a very large fallback indeed, almost 40 kgs difference between them and the Hurricanes here, and they are going to have the scrum feed the Hurricanes. They have got Cam Roigard starting in that number 9 jersey. It will be Luke Campbell coming off the bench, scrum reset. We have Oscar Reba comment, please, says Max. I will have to go back through to try and find it because we have got a lot of people in the chat at the moment. I am not seeing it, Max. You may have to write it again, possibly, because it is not there when I am looking what happens after all the games are finished. It will be the top 2 sides will move on to the final of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. It doesn't have to be one New Zealand side, one Australian side. It can both be Kiwi sides, and that's what we're going to see in this case. So at this stage, with how close the table is, I will show it again for you guys. We'll be keeping you updated all through this round of where the standings are. So it is the Hurricanes playing here. And if they win this game, they will actually move into first place just for now. But more than likely at the end of the round, they will be finishing in maybe 3rd or 4th. But that scrum has gone the way of the Hurricanes. Jordy Barrett trying to go for a little kick in behind, but it didn't quite work out. And now Roigard's got this one on his 22. And he is under a lot of pressure. Isaac Henry making the tackle, dragging him down. And I will quickly get the scoreboard up and running for you guys as well, so you can see exactly what is happening. But Savia fires it back into the pocket, and Jordy Barrett is kicking this one on the left boot down the middle of the field. Found a little bit of space, but now it is going to be in the hands of Greeley, who is going to be driving forward. He's 19, they have said, and he is very good with the steps, and he has just made a few more meters for the Reds there. And it's going to be a penalty, though, to the Highlanders. That's not the team that's playing. The Hurricanes is the name. And I am waiting to hear what it was for. I think it may have been player leaving feet, perhaps. Not releasing ball, and it was Xavier Numio who was able to win it as well. And we have Scott Go Hard Hurricanes, says Terry Potter. Also, we have got in there Marilita, as said. Thanks again for the live. No worries. Thank you all very much for tuning in. We have got a lot of people already here. So I do appreciate you all being here for this Friday night game of rugby. And hopefully we have got plenty of great rugby that's going to be played in this round. So I'm fitting the Highlanders supporter is in the chat as well. As said, hi, welcome to the live stream, and also cheers, brother. I didn't go work this week. I spent the week at home doing work on the house instead. Hope I had a great one too, bro. As well, says Marco Vonapola Bear. And do let me know, Johnny, have you been able to get that kitchen finished, or what kind of progress are you making here? It's going to be Laumape straight through the middle, and he scores between the posts. And Nani Laumape has scored the first try of this match 3 minutes in. Did a little dance after scoring it as well there, Nani Laumape. And he has opened this match with a try. The person who said that he could get a hat-trick could be well and truly spot on here, because he is looking fired up, Laumape. And he is going to be trying his best to be able to keep on scoring them. In the end, it was just a good backline movement there from the penalty of the Reds. They kicked for the corner, went for the bit of a set play, and it was Roigard who then went into the hands of Wes Houston, and then straight through the middle of the centres was Nali Laumape to score the first of the match. And then he did a little bit of a strange dance there, Nali Laumape, but he is fired up. And I will quickly write that down already. We've had a try scorer, and we are still very early in this match, that is for sure. Here we go, Hurricanes try scorers. It is going to be the man on the score sheet now, and that is Nari Laumape. Now the Hurricanes are leading this match by 7 at this stage, which is looking very good. I will quickly write down the Reds as well. Bear with me, guys. I will be back to the chat in a very short moment. Here we go. Nari Laumape scoring it in the 3rd minute. And now we are back underway. We have got a whole heap of people in the chat as well. It's going to be a great game, says MH Joy as well. And also, Let's Go Red says Midnight Plays. Greetings from Malaysia as well, says MH Joy. So welcome in everyone. Like the vid, says Liam Gaines. You heard the man. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. Nani Laumape driving forward again. And he has been tackled by Lucan Salakai Lotto. And he is looking explosive so far in this match. That is for sure. Now it's going to be Proctor. Offloads to Savia now. Little offload, but didn't quite work out. And it's been a knock on. So now it is going to be in the hands of the Reds, just outside of the 22 of the Hurricanes. And they've got the advantage as well here. So that is the last thing they would have been wanting to do there. The Hurricanes inside ball to Harry Wilson. Tackled low by Blackwell though. McDermott short ball to Fotuaika, who is driving forward as well. Very nicely done, but a little bit of past the breakdown from the Reds. So now it's going back for the penalty. Right, what do they do here? Do they go for the corner? I feel like they've almost got to with how fast pace this one is starting. Hegarty is going to be the man who is kicking it for the corner, but no, Mape just straight through the gap, runs between Isaac Henry and Joshua Fluke, and that was how he was able to score it. And then they showed us little boogie that he did after he was able to score it, but they've kicked it for the corner. 10 metres out now. The Reds will have the line out. We have what's got there. He's got a hat trick in him tonight as well, says Aidan, and this is the best rugby channel, says Liberty. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Also, kitchen's done from Marco von a Polar Bear. Just waiting for the Sparky to hook up oven, hobs, range hood, and power plugs. I done my own plumbing this week as well, and that's all left is tilling next week's job as well. So you've been making some good progress by the sounds of it. But now they are trying to make some progress. Unfortunately, Pyong Amosa just slipping over at the back of that rolling maul, but now he is back on his feet. And they are 10 metres out here. The Reds going sideways a little bit. Now, we did see the Brumbies defend the rolling maul of the Hurricanes very well last week. And at this stage, it looks like they are defending it not too bad. Now it's going to be McDermott. Sells a bit of a dummy trying to go around the side. Tackled by Numia. And at this stage, they are only 5 metres out here. The Reds, they want the next try on the board. Harry Wilson trying to drive forward, but tackled by Karefi. Fotuaika round the side now, almost getting held up, but tackled low by Blackwell. Karefi straight over the ball. But he wasn't quite able to get it. Now it's going to be Daniela Tupou. Did he get over the line? I think he did. But it might have been double movement. I think Daniela Tupou there, he was able to get down short of the line and then go back over. So it might be considered double movement. Not too sure what they are going to be calling there. We always got go the Red says midnight plays. And also I played winter sport at school and we won 65-10 as well. So that is very impressive. Let's go Hurricanes from Dylan as well. Reds close to the try, says midnight plays. They are indeed. They're checking the TMO here. Did Daniela Tupou get over the line here? He was held up about maybe this much off the ground, and then from there got pushed back into the field of play, and then from there, I think propelled himself forward. But we will have to wait and see what they end up saying as well. At this stage, Aaron Patterson is the man on the TMO. It was Xavier Numia who was able to hold him up, and also Artie Savia. He's short. Or he's up off the ground, then he goes down short of the line, and then he can see the line. He's looking at it there, and then actually goes back to the knees and propels himself forward. So that could be an interesting one. That ball is definitely over the line, but was it double movement? Double movement is the call, no try for the Reds there. And we have also got it's a hat trick time, Hamish. Let's get pumped as well, says Aidan. And yeah, at this stage, the Hurricanes, they want to get a lot of points on the board just to prove that maybe they were unfortunately let down a little bit last week by the Brumbies in that 10-12 loss it was. Jordy Barrett, that man who has got the ball in hand now, he would want to forget that last performance, unfortunately. But one thing's for sure, and that's that Sky Stadium's looking pretty full at this stage. Or maybe not full, but looking fuller than it normally would. It is a Friday night game. Looking like they've got a decent crowd for it, and they will be hoping that their home side can have a good performance. Asafa Moa will be the man with the line out throw, but it looks like they are just going to reset this line out a little bit, closing the gap. We haven't got in there Hurricanes doing some stupid small mistakes, costing them big time as well, says AJ. This one now going to be in the hands of Karefi. Roy Guard outside of the 22 with the left boot has gone down the middle of the field. Now it's going to be Greeley looking like he's going to be trying to have a little run. Goes back to Dalgunu now, who always runs hard with the ball when he's got it in hand inside of the Hurricanes half now. The Reds going back across the field by Sami. Goes into the hands of Salakai Lotto, tackled by, it wasn't the Princep. And at this stage, the Reds, Hegarty, a little bit of an awkward pass to him. Now it's going to be a wide ball, though. Tipped by Sami, gives it to Bayanga. Mosa loses his footing there, and he has been dragged down. They are slowly actually getting driven backwards here, the Reds. Not what they would have been wanting, but Fotuaika now met by a wall of defence, but he is still going, but straight over the ball of Safa Moa. But he wasn't quite able to get it. That looks like one of the players is down. It's the number 3, which would be Tyrell Lomax for the Hurricanes there. Looking in a bit of strife, but that one is a big hit on Jordy Barrett, who did claim that high ball. And they are 40 metres out from their line at the moment. The Hurricanes looking for the counter-attack. Blackwell goes to Safa Moore, shuts off Daniela Tupou. Not too many men can say that about themselves, that is for sure. Going to be now into the hands of Scrafton, short ball. Danumia almost able to find the offload to Proctor, but it has gone down. And now the Reds have got the ball back in their hands. They're going short side. Harry Wilson driving at the line. But he is tackled by Numia, who has made a lot of tackles so far in this match. Roy Guard tackling his opposite number, McDermott. I will read the chat in a very short moment as well. But now it's going to be Hegarty, short ball to Lukan Salakailoro. They've got the offside advantage as well here for the Reds. Fifth phase. It's looking good for them. Hegarty now looking for a bit of a gap, and he has found it. But then he is tackled by Princep. Harry Wilson round the side, dragged down by Roy Guard. Good ball retention here for the Reds. Paisami looking like he was going to go himself, decides instead to let Angus Blythe take that one. Oh no, that was Angus Scott Young, I think. If I'm not wrong, yes it was. They've got the wrong number, but now it's going to be an answer. Greeley driving forward once again. Karevi straight over the ball, stealing it as well. And the advantage was over, so now it's a counter-attack for the Hurricanes. Little offload to Wes Houston. But he is going to be dragged down there by Tate McDermott. And by the looks of it, they have still got this ball just outside of their 22. At the moment, the Hurricanes, Karefi now carrying that one, looking like they are going to be creating the angle for a kick here very soon. But Princep driving at the line, tackled by Taniela Tupou. Now they are back to the middle of the field here. And it's going to be Roy Guard kicking this one for touch. Not allowed to go out on the full here. And that is exactly what it was going to do, which is interesting. They've taken the quick throw. Now it is going to be Greeley goes across to Dalgunu. This game isn't really having any stoppages. I have noticed, tell you why, he's shunted off Princep there, who's very slow getting up. Now it's going to be Isaac Henry stepping around for the Reds. And he is driving forward, but another tackle by Roy Guard, making about his fifth in the first 10 minutes of this match. Now it's going to be Paianga Mosa getting driven backwards. And at this stage, the Hurricanes, they are defending hard, all rushing up. There was a Safamo, misses a tackle though. Danny Alatupo has dropped that one. And now they've got the advantage. That one's been dropped by the Hurricanes. Right, we have got a stoppage in play. I think penalty as well. As midnight plays, go Reds, please try as well. Says Benny Albert, and also far Paisami looks like a wish version of multiple New Zealand players. Wonder how he'd make how he'd make the Wallabies as well. And yeah, unfortunately for him and Isaac Henry, Laumape just run straight between them. We did manage to get Israel. We have got. Did you watch the New South Wales versus Queensland? The New South Wales one, says Benny Albert. I did indeed. I didn't end up doing a live stream for it, but I did watch the game. And yeah, I wasn't expecting there to be 50 points scored by one side in that match. That is for sure. We have also got your mud as well. And we have also got in there, hey man, how are you doing today? Says Jeffrey, I'm doing well. We've got a lot of rugby on this weekend, which is extremely exciting. And yeah, hopefully we do get to see plenty of exciting rugby in this one. We've already had one try from Nani Laumape, the only try of this match so far in the first 10 minutes, but I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more here. So far, the possession has been 63% for the Reds, and the Hurricanes have had to make 27 tackles. That's one stat that's interesting there. Unfortunately for the Reds, they have got one of the lowest tackling percentages in the competition. So far, they've made 6 tackles, missed 7, which isn't ideal. Barrett looks lost as well, says AJ, and we have also got there in there Daniel Tupou is Tupu as well. Says Marco Votopolo, time for redemption as well. Where can you watch this, says William? You can watch it depending on what country you're in. Rugby Pass has got it available in most countries alongside a VPN, I think, depending on where you are. Also, if you're in New Zealand, it is Sky Go. Australia is Stan Sports. But do let me know what country you're in, and I will try my best to help you out. And we have also got there, I'm back Brumbies for an upset tonight as well, says Jeffrey Fockerd. And tell you what, that's one thing. The Brumbies, they were able to beat the Hurricanes. The Highlanders are in form, but the Brumbies, I feel like it's going to be a close game. And the big thing there is if the Highlanders can't get a bonus point, it will mean if the Crusaders do in their match tomorrow up against the Rebels, they will be going through to the final. So it is a huge game, and it is going to be happening very soon as well. That one has been kicked downfield just outside of the 5-metre line here for the Reds inside of their own territory, and Dalgunu sends it back downfield. That is a great kick as well from Filippo Dalgunu. Oh, I thought it went a bit further than that, but it is going to be just inside of the half for the Reds, and it is going to be the line-out throw for Asafa Moore once again. He would love to pick himself up a try. Had to miss last week because of the head knock he did sustain the week before, but now it's going to be Laumape running straight at the defence once again. Henry and Dalgunu were able to take him down, though. Now it's going to be Barrett straight behind. It was the halfback Roy Guard. Cross kick to Asafa Moore, and he's going to drive forward, shunting off by Mosama. He is tackled by Harry Wilson. And now it is going to be Roy Guard going across to the left. It's going to be Scrafton, goes back to Laumape. Little knock on, or little pass on, I should say. It was just a little tap. Goes to Wes Houston now. Down the wing, but he is tackled by Hunter Paisami, getting driven backwards. I've forgotten how to speak at this stage. But now 40 metres out from the line, other Hurricanes. Laumape cross to Artie Savia, tries the quick hands, hasn't bounced nicely for them. Now it's in the hands of the Reds, but that was a little knock on from Paianga Moses, straight over the ball for the Hurricanes, though, and they have been able to turn it over. No, they haven't. It is back on the side of the Reds. Now it's going to be Hegarty using their back line here by the looks of it. Paisami, as a man on his outside, decides to take it himself. The man on the outside is actually Joshua Fluke for this match, who has been known to be playing in a few different positions throughout this season so far. Now it is going to be in the hands of McDermott. Goes to Paisami, short side on the halfway line at the moment. The Reds, Karefi, unfortunately ending up in an awkward position, almost ended up giving away the penalty. At this stage, Jordy Barrett couldn't quite get his leg out. It was getting held into that ruck by one of the Reds player. McDermott goes to Harry Wilson, and at this stage, they have had better ball retention in this match, the Reds, but they have got less points on the board, but they are looking to change that extremely soon. First try of this match for Laumape. And we have had in the chat people saying that maybe he would be able to get 3 in this one. But at this stage, he is looking in for McDermott, kicking this one high from the halfway line, going just outside of the 22. And Jordy Barrett is going to be returning fire. He has got a long boot. He has kicked that one right back into the 22 of the Reds. Hegarty now is looking like he is going to be lining up the kick. A little bit hesitant, but goes for the torpedo punt down the middle of the field, taken by Houston. And at the moment, it is a game of force back. And both sides, it's been charged down. That was almost... Daniel Roy guard now. No, it's Ruben Love. And he has gone through the middle. He's got him Laumape on his outside. Not the best pass, though. And now Laumape, he's going to back himself to the corner. He's shut it off Greeley. He's going all the way, is he? And Laumape might have just scored a second. Tell you what, that came out of nowhere as well for the Hurricanes. In the end, Ruben Love, who had a beautiful dash straight up the middle. In the end, Wes Houston's kick was charged down, which did put them under pressure right up until the point of the Hurricanes player picking up the ball and going almost 50 metres to give it off to Laumape, but they are going to be checking the grounding here as well. And we have also got there in Australia, says William. So your best bet is probably Stan Sports, I would think. Laumape, he's got that ball in hand. Oh, he's dropped it. He's dropped the ball, Laumape. He ended up hitting the ball onto his knee. And then because of it, it meant that it is a no try. But Filippo Dalgunu doing just enough to save that one. He was claiming it, Laumape. Maybe he felt like it was the ground that he was putting the ball on rather than his knee, but it is going to be a no try. And we have got, hey, is this your dream to come YouTube for rugby and game? If yes, it's very nice as well, says Penny Isaac. I mean, I think everyone who does a bit of YouTube always would love for it to become a full-time thing. But at the moment, like the amount that we've grown in the last couple months, it just is very surprising to me. Like I thought that maybe, I always say about it, 100 subscribers by the end of last year was the goal, and we were sitting near 1,000. So at this stage, we're already up to 2,500. So we are growing very quickly, and I do thank you all very much for that. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is very appreciated, and we have also got there Filippo Del Guhu, as from Marco Fonafolo about. Felt like I said that wrong, but I did get it right in the end. Has Beauden Barrett arrived in New Zealand? I'm not actually too sure. Unfortunately, sorry, Amachu has said Highlander Smith is back this week. He is going to be in that number 9 jersey. Aaron Smith has a lot of experience, and he will be hoping to get his side possibly that bonus point that they will be after. Final game for most teams this season, says Liam Gaines. It is indeed. It is a shame that this is only 5 rounds for this competition, because I've loved every minute of it that we have been able to see the New Zealand versus Australia sides as well. You guys was right. He maybe get third try as well, says Benny Albert. And also we have got in there, hello amigos from Vut. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Two done, one more to go. Hamish, I called it as well, says Aiden. Although that one, unfortunately for Laumape, did get cancelled. That one is a great scrum there from the Reds. And now they are on the counter attack. Goes to McDermott on the outside. He has got plenty of space. He's running straight at Julian Savia, who was almost tackled low. Little offload into the hands now of Angus Blythe. And they are back up to the halfway line here. The Reds, Hegarty goes back now to Henry. It's a bit of a backline movement here, but it's not looking too flash. So Paisami kicks it in behind. That one's looking close to the touchline, and it does go out there. Jordy Barrett thinks about taking it quickly, decides against it in the end, and now it's going to be a Hurricanes line out inside of their own 22. Hey, mate, as well from Milo. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Is Vunivalu playing for the Reds? He is not. Surprisingly, it is going to be Joshua Fluke on that right wing side. Dalgunu is still on the other side, but they have got on the bench Hudson Creighton and also Moses Sorovi. So no sign of Vunivalu this week. So hopefully that isn't because of an injury, because he has been playing extremely well so far. And we have what's got read my comment. I've done it again, says Max. It's not coming through, Max. What is it about? Maybe put a few of the keywords and I will see why it's not coming through. Maybe there's something that YouTube are picking up that they're deciding not to show it. But yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't actually come through. I am sorry about that, but now it's going to be on the halfway line for the Reds. Goes into the hands of Isaac Henry. Little kick behind from Hunter by Sami once again, going for the territory game. And this one is going to be pulling up 5 meters short of the Hurricanes line. Jordy Barrett kicking it back downfield. And it hasn't found touch. It's gone straight down the middle now. It's going to be in the hands of Greeley. He is lining up a bit of space. Does a step as well, Greeley. But he is tackled low by Nari Lamape. Straight over the ball with Duplessis Karefi. And it's going to be the penalty to the Hurricanes there. Very nicely done by Duplessis Karefi. Not releasing was the call. We have got in there. Oops, I did it again. Says back over to Polar Bear. And also, you've got this from Gabrielle. Gabrielle, I believe it is. And we have also got there Wellington Saints play Marawa 2 Jets at TSB Arena in Wellington on Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. Says Jeffrey. So I assume you are back in the Wellington Saints once again there. And we have also got the Black Caps, the favourites to win the World Test Championship final. Says Tapak Sharma. I'm not sure. It's a hard one because India, I mean, they were able to beat Australia in Australia. And then New Zealand, of course, ranked the #1 test side in the world. So it's going to be close. I feel like India are in form, though. They've got some very good players, the likes of, I've forgotten his name now, but the wicketkeeper, Rishabh Pant. I assume he is going to be playing because he is a very talented prospect for India. But then also, it looks like maybe New Zealand might be able to win this match up against England, depending on how it goes. So we will have to wait and see. But it's going to be a close game and a very exciting one as well. I am looking forward to it. Salakai Lotto goes in the hands of Fortuaka. And do let me know, anyone who knows, does Fortuaka have a brother who plays for the Queensland Maroons for the state of origin? Because there was a man with Fortuaka and it almost looked like his brother, I think. But I will have to wait and see. That one has gone almost into touch from Jordy Barrett on the halfway line now. Dalgunu is going to be driving down the wing. Tackled by Lamape. Little offload to Baisami though. And now he is going to be running almost over the top of Ruben Lumpa. Great tackle from him. Now it's going to be Henry. Goes to Salakai Lotto, who is going to be driving for, but Adi Savia holding it up. And he has managed to find the offload now into the hands of it's Liam Wright. Goes back to Salakai Lotto. Has to offload again. McDermott sells a bit of a dummy. Tackled by Princep and Roygard and Adi Savia trying to get over that ball. He wasn't quite able to, though. And at this stage, just outside of the 22 are the Reds. Goes into the hands of Fortuaka once again. He is tackled by his opposite number, Numia. And at this stage, the Reds once again hanging on to this ball very nicely, but they need to get over that try line very soon. Now it's going to be Blythe. Oh, that's an awkward fall for him. Unfortunately, when a big man crumbles like that, when the knee looks like it goes the wrong way, that is not ideal for him. But he has gotten up, so fair play to him in that regard. Now it's going to be McDermott once again. Goes back to Fortuaka. They're up to 6 phases at the moment here, the Reds, and they just haven't quite been able to find that gap. And Duplessis Karefi was almost able to steal that one. Goes to Daniela Tupou. Still 35 out at the moment of the Reds. Straight over the ball was Artie Savi. He's stolen it as well. Scrafton puts it on the boot. Unfortunately, oh no, it stayed in the field of play enough so that it's not kicked out on the full. And now it is going to be the line-out throw for the Reds. I'm not sure how much practice Scott Scrafton would have been doing for kicking, that is for sure. But Artie Savi are doing very nicely there to steal that ball back. We've got Aiden. As said, you're going to be live tomorrow morning for the Bulls and Sharks and Stormers and Lions. I am planning on it. And that first game starts at 2 a.m. and then the next one 4:15 a.m. But that will decide who is going to be the winner of the South African Rainbow Cup. Although I believe they are going to be taking on Benetton, if I'm not wrong, at this stage. We have got Manawatu played the Southland Sharks tonight as well, says Machu. And we have also got I'll be at TSB Arena on Sunday, my man, as well. And what team will be playing after this game, says Miralita. At this stage, it is going to be the Brumbies versus the Highlanders. So at this stage as well, I will show the table once again for you guys. As we are sitting, the Highlanders need a win here for their game up against the Brumbies. And whatever they win by, the Crusaders need to do that plus 11. So if the Highlanders don't receive this bonus point up against the Brumbies, then the Crusaders have got a golden opportunity of being able to overtake them, which could be the case, but we will have to wait and see. Depends on what Brumbies side we get to see. Is it going to be the side that we're able to get the win over the Hurricanes, or are we going to get to see a Brumbies side who had a few too many handling errors a little bit earlier on in this season? We'll have to wait and see. I'm from Christchurch and support the Crusaders, but I play league. Do you commentate league as well? Says Ben. I would like to, although I didn't do the State of Origin purely because of the fact that I feel like because I've been so concentrated on rugby, my kind of, I guess, rugby league knowledge has gone downhill a little bit. I'd like to get back into it though, because I do enjoy watching it as well. That's the thing. I have so many sports I enjoy watching. It's just whether or not my voice can handle all of them. But that one is going to be in the hands of the Reds now. 40 meters out. McDermott sells a little dummy. Beautiful one for Harry Wilson to run through. Sorry, it's all forwards chasing him. He had Angus Scott Young on one side, had Salakai Lotto on the other. Now it's going to be a wide ball from Egani Dalgunu running back on the inside. Oh, he's run straight at Wes Uson, who's muscled up with him, and Karevi straight over the ball once again, but not quite able to get it. Now it's a golden opportunity here for the Reds. I'll put this banner down. There we go. So you guys can see the scoreboard at this stage. Daniela Tupou, the scoreboard's about to change. If this is how the Reds are going to keep on playing for the next couple of minutes, it's going to be Angus Scott Young. Only a metre short now are the Reds. McDermott goes to the captain, Liam Wright, and he is metres from the line once again. Again, I said again twice, Daniela Tupou. I think he's dropped that ball, but it has gone backwards. Oh, he slipped Angus Scott Young there. And it was a little knock on from Daniela Tupou, inches short of the line. And now it is going to be, once again, a stress reliever for the Hurricanes, because that looked extremely close. Once again, we haven't got who scored the try. Says Aaron, it was Nutty Lamape in the 3rd minute, and it was a very impressive one. Broke straight through the centres of the Reds and scored between the posts. We have also got Daniel said, hi, sorry. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Daniela Tupou, unfortunately, ended up dropping that ball, and he was extremely close. He's been only inches from scoring twice so far in this match. One time he knocked it on, the other time double movement. So he hasn't quite been able to get it over the line. But 20 minutes into this match, we've already had a lot of action, and we are still sitting at 7-0 to the Hurricanes. We have also got in there as well a Machu changing his circular icon as well, says Marco Vonapola Bear. And we have also got in the chat, we went into lockdown thanks to, oh no. We have also got Birdie, said evening, mate. A crispy morning here in Durban, going for the Canes by 7. Says Birdie, yeah, I feel like this one's going to be quite a close matchup. And whatever happens, if the Hurricanes get this win and 2 other New Zealand sides lose this weekend that aren't the Chiefs, they could actually make it to the final. So it will be a little bit of a nervous wait for the Hurricanes here if they do manage to pick up this win, whether or not they will be able to make it through. The French love the idea of Rainbow Cup as well, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, it would be a very... It was just a shame that we didn't get to see the Northern Hemisphere versus the Southern Hemisphere more than we did get to see it because of the fact that, of course, travel restrictions. But I know that the top side from the Rainbow Cup South Africa are going to be taking on the top side from the Northern Hemisphere, which I think at this stage is going to be Benetton, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see whether or not that game will be able to take place. Who have you got winning the Brumbies or Highlanders, says Aiden. I think it's going to be a close game. My guess, this is going to sound like a strange prediction. I'm going either the Brumbies by 5 or the Highlanders by 20. Those are my 2 predictions. I feel like if the Highlanders play like they did last week against the Waratahs, they're going to be able to run away with it. But if the Brumbies hang in there, I feel like they have got the opportunity of maybe being able to steal it at the end. So it could be a very exciting match. Jake has said, how can the Crusaders be in second place? It is purely because of bonus points. At this stage, they have won the same amount of games as the team in first, but they have received 1 less bonus point. So they did get the bonus point cancelled out last week up against the Western Force, as they only won by 8 points and only had the 1 or 2 try difference, I believe it was. I think it was 2 tries in the end. So that is why. So they will have to have a big game up against the Rebels if they do want to get into that final. Oh God, my brother, I love watching you while I'm watching the rugby as well, says Bennett. I do appreciate that a lot, mate. And we have got there, knocked it on as well. So I feel like I am a little bit behind. And we have got the stuff I was handing it to the Tongan Four as well, says Smithy Toilet. I got the Highlanders by 11 tonight and the Hurricanes by 16 as well, says Machu. And that one has been claimed there. Almost, it's bouncing all around like a pinball machine at the moment between those 2 forwards in the line-out. But it is, in the end, a knock-on by the Hurricanes. So it will be the red scrum now. We have also got in there Wellington races at Trentham. Tomorrow, race 2, number 1, Zentangle. Should be a hard to beat as well, says Jeffrey Fockerd. And I have to say, you know a lot about your local sport. I do love that because of the fact that I feel like that's something I haven't been keeping up with well enough is my local rugby that is going on. So I might have to go down and have a watch tomorrow, perhaps. If it is nice weather, that is. We have got Hey from Zion. Welcome back to the live stream, mate. What is your score prediction for the match between the Highlanders and the Brumbies? Let me know. Howdy, Zion. Highlander type of guy as well. Says Bucko Vodapolabia. 21 minutes into the game and 24 likes. Smash that like button and subscribe if you are new from Bertie. And Highlanders by 8 points, says Glenn as well. Says Sam. And we have got hi. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Worst words to ever hear as well, says Bucko Vodapolabia. And at the start, what team is playing the best so far? I'd say you got to give it, I know the scoreboard, I guess you could say the Hurricanes, and I think I would go that way just because of the fact that their backline seems to be looking more dangerous. The forwards of the Reds, other than the fact that they've been dropping the ball a couple times close to the line, I would say that they've probably had a decent performance as well. But then Duplessis, Karefi, Artie Savia getting a few turnovers, and tell you what, that's a great push from the Reds, and now they've got the advantage at scrum time. I did say they had an extra 40 kgs, little offload from Harry Wilson on the inside to Angus Scott Young. I bet you he wished he had a little bit more toe there in that situation. The ball has gone back now. McDermott, 10 metres out at the moment of the Reds. Xavier Numia straight on that ball, but not quite able to receive it. Now it's going to be McDermott, goes short side, trying to dodge the tackles of Artie Savia. Duplessis Karefi almost went all the way as well with Duplessis Karefi. He was able to steal that one, but they are going back now for the scrum penalty. And tell you what, anytime Duplessis Karefi is in that breakdown, it is danger. You've got to clear him out early or else he will take that ball from you 9 times out of 10. He is looking fired up. And he is an angry looking man when he is fired up. That is for sure. We haven't got go Hurricanes, says Dan. And also you fellas watch horse racing. Bet on a horse named Hang Wang as well. I haven't heard of that one. It is fair to say. What's your best tip in the rugby this weekend, bro? Says Jeffrey. I feel like I don't really have a good, unfortunately, I'm very bad at predictions. As you guys will know from my predictions that I've done in the past, best prediction, I would say that the Crusaders are going to win, and I feel like that's just the cheap option. But maybe in that case, because I have said it, maybe they will end up losing that game. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Just subscribe. I don't go for a team. Who do you go for? Who should I pick as well? Says Scotty Burns. I'm actually the same as you. Even though I have been watching all of these games, I'm still completely impartial when it comes to the New Zealand sides. Depending on whereabouts you live, Scotty, do let me know in terms of the region of the country. Maybe you're like me and you're kind of halfway in between. But now it's going to be McDermott 10 metres out from the line at the moment. It's going to be an answer. Scott Young tackled by Duplessis Karefi. Now it's going to be McDermott goes to Fortuaka. Oh, he's getting bent over backwards there. They have still got this ball at the moment, the Reds. They need to get over the line and they need to get over it soon. It's going to be Angus Scott Young once again. He is met by a wall. That is Princep though, but now it's going to be offloaded to McDermott. He's been hard by a Safamu and Lamape. It's a knock-on advantage as well. And now Roygaard has kicked that one down the field. Tell you what, McDermott going around the side of the ruck. I'm not sure if that's the best decision when you have got a wall in front of you. Now it's going to be in the hands of Joshua Fluke. Straight over the ball was Wes Houston. Is he going to get it? It's a counter ruck from the Hurricanes, and they have taken it back. Now it's going to be Artie Savia on the 22 for the Hurricanes. And they are driving forward now, the Hurricanes. They can smell blood. It's going to be a cross kick. Attempt from Jordy Barrett goes out to Julian Savia now with the step inside Portanari Lamape. Little offload back to the bus, and he has been dragged down and possibly knocked it on. No, it hasn't gone forward, so now it's going to be Jordy Barrett spinning, and he may have scored it. He's over the line, Jordy Barrett. Just whether or not it was a knock-on for, in the end, Julian Savia. We've also got high. I'm hoping the Reds win, and we have also got get it plus for Oz Rugby in a place where league takes preference as well. Opportune time to seize innovation after Queensland lost in State of Origins. Yeah, that game was a lot more one-sided than I thought it would be as well. I was watching it live, and as they kept on scoring, I was thinking, are they going to stop scoring anytime soon, or are Queensland going to fight back? But they never quite got there, unfortunately for them. So the second game is going to be very exciting to go sideways there. Was it a knock-on? That's the big question. We've got a different angle here. Julian Savia was almost stripped from that angle. That looks like a knock-on. So in that case, this would be a no-try to Jordy Barrett, and it's a second no-try for the Hurricanes so far. Clear knock-on is the call. It's going to be a 5-metre scrum. We have got Melly in the chat. How do you go live as well? Is that for the game or for my live streaming software? Because for the game, I am watching it on Sky Go, and then for my live streaming software, I am on StreamYard. We have got Blues versus Force will be the game to watch as well, says Rafaliza, or Rafaliza. Hopefully I've pronounced that correctly. But that's the thing as well. At this stage, if every other New Zealand side went up to that point, all the pressure will be on the Blues. And the big question is, can they handle it? Of course, if they win that one and they win it comfortably, they are going to have a home final. It's going to be an Eden Park Super Rugby Trans-Tasman final. But the first step is winning that one. Wishikat at today, says Vuk. At the moment, he is asleep on a chair in front of the fire. He's a very happy one at the moment, that is for sure. Normally he comes and sees me, but I guess because he is in front of the fire, he is well and truly happy enough. But at the moment, they are showing Fiel Fortuaka. So far, 2 tries in 17 matches for the man. And at the stage, just getting a little bit of medical attention. We have what's got there. You press the live icon. So it says Marco Vanapola. And also, so who wins the NRL this weekend? Says Jeffrey Fockgood. You might have to give me some matchups because, to be fair, I think I've only been able to watch about 3 games of NRL this season so far. So I may be a little bit rusty as well. Stream to watch free as well, says Jerome. Unfortunately, I don't think there's many out there. I know that there's a lot of paid subscription ones, such as Sky Sport Now, Stan Sports, and also Rugby Pass. But I'm not too sure what else is out there, unfortunately. Sorry, and we have got in the chat as well. We have got, so Crusaders will be facing the Rebels, says Marilita. Sorry, yes, they are. It is going to be the first game tomorrow. It's going to be a 4:35. Oh, they're checking something on the TMO here to see whether or not there was foul play. But the first game of tomorrow night will be the Rebels versus the Crusaders. Second game will be the Blues versus the Western Force. And then third will be the Waratahs taking on the Chiefs. And then the second game tonight, the one straight after this one at 9:45 will be between the Brumbies and also the Highlanders. And that will be an exciting one as well. Don't compare McDermott to Whakatava as well, says Smithy Toilet. And also we have got in there, I can tell you the Warriors are not winning this weekend. That's 110% chance. Or Scrafton. Oh, no, it's Tyrell Lomax. That's going to be a yellow card, is it? That's not a smart move, unfortunately. It was a tackle by Scrafton. Then from there, does go in like that. Straight contact to the head. If it's following suit, this is going to be possibly the colour of a red in this situation for the card. Maybe he'll get slightly lucky for the mitigation side of it, but he's at least a yellow here, Tyrell Lomax, and it's something that they wouldn't have been wanting here, the Hurricanes. They've had most of the momentum, but unfortunately, it means it's going to be an awkward one. And we have also got there in the chat there are 2 jump races, race 1 hurdles and race 2 steeplechase as well, and 40-0 to the Warriors, says Smithy as well. And that one, what are they deciding here? Okay, the player is rapping. It's a yellow card to Tyrell Lomax. So in the end, because of the mitigation factor, it was in the end a hit to the head, but because the player was falling, it did make it only the yellow. You have Jordy Barrett on the picture of the video. He is in the Blues. Says CH. I mean, it's Jordy Barrett in the. Oh, wait, no, Jordy Barrett's in the background of this one in the thumbnail. CH. So I'm not sure what you're looking at, but we have also got in there as well, Jerome, the local. Oh no, we have also got there. I tell you what, there's a bit of a rivalry going on in the chat at the moment, and also Lomax, your penalty magnet as well, says Smithy Toilet. And we have also got there again from Lomax, as AB's jersey is long gone now, says Marco. The NZ Warriors have withdrawn from the NRL this season as well, says Machu, and penalty magnet as well, says Smithy Toilet. So now in the end, because of that, it's going to be a yellow card to Tyrell Lomax, and also it is going to be the situation of Ben May coming on the field. And in the end, Ben May. Where's Ben May come from? On my team sheet for the reserves, it's Alex Fidel. So I guess it's Ben May. So in that case now, it means that they are going to be a man short out on the field for the next 10 minutes as well. They look similar as well, says CH. They do indeed. And I feel like the one difference I've been able to notice is I'm glad that I can tell the difference from Scott, because he normally has the strapping on the head. But they are very similar. I will give you that. And of course, Jordy Barrett used to play for the Hurricanes as well. And that's one thing. I know that there have been talks about people wanting to see all 3 Barrett brothers playing for the same club. So I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but maybe could be an interesting one. And we have what's got the TAB has the $11 for the Force to win, really, as well. I feel like it's because people, wait, is that you're saying that it's too high or too low? Because I know a lot of people are backing the Blues to have a big win over them, but the Force are one of those sides that just hang in there. And now it's going to be a big push from the Reds. It's going to get another penalty in scrum time. And now they are only going to be 10 metres out. Wilson with the little flick back to McDermott. He's going himself. And he has scored the try there, Tate McDermott. And now all of a sudden the yellow card is costly. And Tate McDermott has been able to score. I will add him to the list at this stage. We did only have the one name. That was Ngāti Lamape. Now we are going to have another. And that man is going to be Tate McDermott. Very nicely done. 26 minutes into this match, and this match has just got a whole lot closer. In the end, it was the scrum penalty that they would have had, but instead Harry Wilson, little flick out the back to McDermott and runs straight round the side, finds the gap, and then he does manage to get to the line. We have what's got there as well. Too bad we Panthers, better luck next time as well, says Jerome as well. And we have also got Penrith Panthers and Manly both to win tonight as well, says Jeffrey, and should be $6, says Raffle Sia as well. I think it is just to intrigue people into possibly putting money on them because, of course, there's probably a lot of money being made by betting companies from people who have been backing Australian sides. So maybe they're just being generous for this last one. And we have got being made like 40 years old. Surely he's some young fella, 20 years. His junior could have had a game as well, says Mako Vunapolo Bear. And that's the thing. I wonder what happened to Alex Fiedel because he was originally on my team sheet for who was going to be the reserve. So I'm not sure whether he was injured, but I bet you he wasn't expecting that Ben May was going to be making an appearance after only 27 minutes. But possession at the moment, 71% to the Reds, 66% for the Territory as well, taken by Del Gunu off the kickoff now. Time in the opposition, 22, 2 minutes, 33 for the Reds here. And McDermott is going to be firing this one back. Looks like it's going to Hegarty, who has kicked this one up down the middle of the field, taken by Barrett, 30 metres out from his line now. Is he going to return fire or is he running himself? It looks like he is going to be going for a run. And in the end, sells a bit of a dummy. He's gone through. Jordy Barrett offload to Nutty Lamapo. Little chip in mind. He's been hit in the tackle by Greeley, I believe it was. And now McDermott's got this ball only 5 metres out from the line for the Reds. They are under a huge amount of pressure. There is a boo erupting around Sky Stadium for possibly Lamapo getting taken out off the ball. But now Ben May making a tackle already. And the Reds still 5 metres out, just creating that angle, getting set for the kick to be able to take place. It looks like it's going to be Paisami. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, I should say. And now it is going to be Hegarty who has kicked this one for touch. We have also got in there as well. It's still 7-0 good game as well, says Pro Trooper. And also McDermott probably reckons he's the man now. He'll get slayed up by Whakatava as well, says Smithy Toilet. And also, you're now down Clown Jerome. And I know you support Queensland till Wednesday night. So this is much you. There's a big rivalry from possibly the State of Origin side of it going on in the chat at the moment. Who wins the NBA this weekend, says Jeffrey. I don't actually know who is playing, unfortunately. I feel like I need to keep up with more sport. But at the moment, I have been all rugby. And also, with the amount of rugby we've got coming up very soon, going to be tough to have any time to watch other ones. But I will try my best at this stage. They have been told to use it. And if they don't use it, here are the Hurricanes. He has been told to use it. He still hasn't. And he was almost going to be giving away the penalty to the Reds. They're the referee, but now it's going to be Lau Mape. Got this ball 10 metres out, but the rolling ball is not going anywhere for the Hurricanes. So now it is going to be a little sell of the dummy for Roigard. He has been tackled by McDermott. And at this stage, the Hurricanes looking to strike back. If they can get a try here with a man in the bin, that would be impressive. Ben May now having his first carry of the match for him so far. Since coming out onto the field a couple minutes ago, now it's going to be Hooson. Goes out to Lamape now trying to find a bit of a gap, but he has been tackled low by Hegarty. Offload to Hooson once again. Tackled a little bit high by Paianga Mosa, but driving forward there, where's Hooson? And at this stage here, the Hurricanes, I think 6 phases is almost the most that they've had so far in this match. But at this stage now, they are just hanging on to the ball, trying to make a few extra metres. As Artie Savia, he's a hard man to put down. But they have done well there with Isaac Henry. 8 phases now. It's going to be Numia. Sells a bit of a dummy. Going himself, Eric Xavier Numia. But he has been tackled by Wilson. 10 metres out now are the Hurricanes. It goes back to Ruben Love. Little ball on the inside. Laumape goes to Jordy Barrett now driving, but he is tackled by Lukan Salakai Lotto. Straight over the ball was Paianga Mosa. Not able to claim it. Little offload there from the Hurricanes. Little knock on in the end. Now it's going to be Isaac Henry's got this ball for his side. And by the looks of it here, the Reds might be looking to just get a kick away. It's going to be Paisami, kicks it downfield. That's going to be advantage over. No, it's not. They are going to be going back for the scrum for the Reds here. We have got I'm a kid as well, says Zion. And we have got I need a job in New Zealand, says Tian. Whereabouts were you from? Were you the one who was from South Africa? Do let me know. And we have got will you like between the Highlanders and the Brumbies? I will indeed. It's going to be kicking off in 2 hours' time and should be a very exciting matchup, that is for sure, because at this stage, the Highlanders, they need that win to try and have a chance of making it to the final. This is the live table as it is, although it does not have any points for the Highlanders or the Reds, the Hurricanes or the Reds in this match. It's going to be a close one, that is for sure. And we will have to wait and see who is going to be able to get the better of it. If the Highlanders win, whatever they win by, the Crusaders need to do that plus 11 to be able to make it into that final. So it's going to be exciting. These last few games are round 5 of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. Very short competition, only the 5 weeks. So you haven't got a lot of time for errors if you do make any. But yeah, we will have to wait and see how it's going to be going at this stage. The Reds have got a scrum 15 metres out from their own line. 9 minutes left in this first half. And who is going to be able to strike next in this game? Hello, I hope you're doing well from Sebastian as well. Thank you very much, mate. I am indeed. And we've got a lot of rugby on this weekend, which makes it even that much more exciting. We've even got the Rainbow Cup South Africa final round as well. That one is going to be a penalty to the Reds at scrum time for the front row collapsing tight head, I believe it was. So unfortunately, that's Ben May who has gone down there. And it is a penalty against him. Whoever's going up against Fotuaika in the scrum has always got their hands full. And now it's going to be Hegarty kicking this one touch, not getting too many meters on it, but just making sure that one was going out. Was pretty rough, though. Only going to be 25 meters out from the Reds line now. And we have got in there, tell you what, there's an argument once again in the chat. Everyone is fired up in this one, that is for sure. But at this stage now, it is going to be Paanga Mosa who has thrown that one straight into the hands of Scott Young. He has been dragged down. Now it is going to be Liam Wright. Goes to McDermott. Wilson has got this one running over the top of Cam Roygard. And now they are going to be kicking this one. Hegarty not striking the last one very well. He's got that one a lot better, and now it's going to be taken by the bus who is starting to build up a bit of steam here. Julian Savia. He has run straight at Harry Wilson in the end, and he was tackled in the end. Now 40 meters out from the line of the Hurricanes. Savia goes back to Barrett. Now it's going to be Love goes to Hooson, who is trying to find a bit of a gap. He has fended off one, fended off another. Where's Hooson? He was almost able to find the gap. Tell you what, he's still going with Hooson, but he is dragged down by Salakai Lotto in the end. Now it's going to be Roygard, Savia, Barrett inside, Portal Almape. He's knocked it on, though, as he did run into the wall. That was Daniela Tupou. And it is going to be the scrum feed now to the Reds. And Lamape is not a happy man at the moment. And we have got to defend New Zealand as well from T. And he already knows the last name or the last line of the national anthem, which is very awesome indeed. Go Reds, because I'm a Satyrs fan as well, says Philemoni. So you would more than likely be back in the Brumbies in the next match, Philemoni, if I'm not wrong, because of the fact that if they beat the Highlanders, maybe it will mean that it is going to be a clean run for the Crusaders into the final. And we have also got there as well. I wish Super Rugby was a poor man's TV or was on poor man's TV like NRL, says Instar Wet as well. Instar Wet. It's an interesting name. But yeah, I wish it was as well because of the fact they did have State of Origin on free-to-air TV, which was awesome because of the fact that more and more people would have had eyes on the sport. And I feel like they need to do that for Super Rugby as well. They want to keep on promoting the game to new audiences. And one way to do that is to have it so that it's more regularly available as well. RG Snyman shouldn't have missed with the bus because he was only there for Savia Scars as well, says Mithitoya. And also as well, we have got up the Reds from Izzy. So he is going for them as well. So I think we've got quite a few people supporting the Reds for the sake of knocking the Hurricanes out of contention. Dangerous tackle there. So it's actually going to be a penalty to the Hurricanes here. We'll have to have a look at that because I think it was Daniela Tupou who made the tackle on Laumape, which is the tackle in question. We'll have to see a replay. No arms tackle from Daniela Tupou is the call. The Crusaders are the best as well, says TNM Money as well, says Kit. In the end, it's almost a shoulder to the sternum. Daniela Tupou. Interesting. It's kind of just smacking him in the chest. Now Laumape making the ball come free as well. Are the Hurricanes taking the piss? I know they are better than those mothers, or these mothers as well, says Wesley Cogg. At the moment, though, they've got a man in the bin for another 40 seconds, although once Jordy Barrett kicks this conversion, if he can get it, a lot of pressure on this man at the moment to make sure this kick goes over. He'll be having flashbacks to the last match, the final kick that didn't quite go his way. Kicking this one from 38 out here, Jordy Barrett. He struck it well and it's gone over. So now after 35 minutes, the Hurricanes take the lead back. And it is going to be 10 points to 7. We've also got the RJ Snyman and that other fella throwing petrol on the fire. What do you think was going to happen as well? Yeah, that was that Munster, which I feel like is a huge blow because of the fact that I think they're going to be, some of them might be missing the British and Irish Lions store as well, which is a big shame for them. And we have got Tupou doesn't have arms. His gut comes in before his arms as well. And 10-7 to the Hurricanes, says Jet Lees. I need a Crusaders jersey, says Tion. I feel like I need a couple more of the other clubs or the other teams in Super Rugby as well. I do see that there's a special at the moment on one of the websites that I do follow. So maybe I will look at making a purchase of one of those. Although even when they're on special, Super Rugby kits are very expensive. That is for sure. Even the ones from like a couple years ago still going for probably around 100. But now it's going to be Hegarty now, who is looking like he's going to be returning fire. No, he decides to run it himself here. Hegarty, great low tackle on him by Princep, offloaded. The hands of Isaac Henry. Asafa Moa's down. Something to do with the leg, I think, which is not good news for the Hurricanes. Now it's going to be Hegarty. Goes back now to Hunter by Sami. Good backline movement. It's gone out. They're going to have to go out to Dalgunu, who is going to be running back on the inside. Tackle by Blackwell on the 22 now. And the Reds once again are going to be driving for McDermott. Little offload to Salakai Lotto, who is tackled by Jordy Barrett. If the Reds can score before the end of this match or before the end of this half, they will be very happy with that indeed. At this stage, McDermott goes back to Wilson, offloads to Wright, the captain, driving forward, tackled by Ben May, who is still out there once. There is a stoppage in play. Straight over the ball is Billy Proctor, and he's won the penalty for his side. And that was a very nicely timed penalty for the Hurricanes because they were under pressure there from the Reds, but now they will be back to 15 men now. And it was Ben May who was able to make the tackle there. We have also got their Highlanders will win the final if they make it, but the Highlanders aren't the best at getting bonus points as well, says Rafaliza. And yeah, unfortunately for them, missed out on that bonus point last week against or was it the week before against the Rebels that they missed out? Yeah, it was the week before. And they were so close, but just not quite able to get there in the end. But Duplessis Karefi coming back out onto the field now. So they ended up taking him off for the substitution so they could have a man in the front row. We've also got their buddy go apply for commentary job as well, says Legendary. Thank you very much, mate. I feel like I probably still need a little bit more practice because normally those guys who are doing commentary at the moment, they have played a lot of rugby in their careers, and I haven't played much at all other than maybe under 10. So I might have to keep on continuing to try my best to get better at these ones. But yeah, I do appreciate you all being here as well. Yo, brother, just at the bench, 30 plus here today as well says Maxi. And at this stage, it is good to see you again, mate. And as you can see, Lamape was able to score the first try. McDermott able to score the second. And this match is very close between these two sides. Now it's going to be Jordy Barrett, though. He's trying to change that. Now it's going to be Julian Savia looking for the offload on the outside. Has found the hands of Wes Houston. He is going to be dragged down there. And at this stage, the Hurricanes, they want to score one more before we get to halftime. It's going to be Duplessis Karefi now. Driving forward, tackled by Paianga Mosa. Roygar going short side. Quick hands from Savia. One more. Out to Wes Houston. He's got plenty of pace. Wes Houston, he's got a great step on him. Offloads on the inside. It's been knocked on by Cam Roygaard. And because of it now, it's going to be another almost opportunity for the Hurricanes. We've had about 3 disallowed penalties so far. 3 disallowed tries for the Hurricanes and 2 disallowed tries, I believe, for the Reds at this stage. So a lot of mistakes right on the line. What a step that was from Wes Houston stepping back on the inside round. Matt Greeley, the youngster. But then from there, Roygaard just got the little bit of a fingertip on it. The Hurricanes coach, he's not happy at the moment. He is wondering how they aren't leading this match by more than 3. We've also got in there, my Tongan Tubby Belly is legendary as well. I'm a fan of the Crusaders and the All Blacks as well, says TM. And yeah, at this stage, the Crusaders, they will be watching these games on Friday night very nervously because of the fact that they need to make sure that they get that bonus point up against the Rebels if they want a decent chance of being able to win this competition, because they need to be in the final. And at this stage, they are sitting in third. At this stage, it is going to be a 5-meter red scrum from their own line at the moment once again. They've been in this position quite a few times, but unfortunately for the Hurricanes, just not quite able to finish as many tries as they would have liked to going into this match. But the scrum of the Reds has been very strong so far. The extra 40 kgs, it's gone down, and it's going to be another penalty. This time it is going to be up against Tyrell Lomax. They are having a hard time trying to counter Fotuaika at this stage. We have also got in the chat a whole heap of people, so I do appreciate you all being here. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. We are currently sitting on 34. Can we get to 40 before the end of this first half? Also, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be back a little bit later on tonight for the match between the Brumbies and the Highlanders. And also, we will be doing the 3 matches tomorrow of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. And at the end of that third match, or at the end of the second match, actually, of Saturday, we will know exactly who is going to be in that final of Super Rugby. I know my team are going to win the final as well, says Tian. And now it's a little bit awkward for the Reds here, and it is going to be a penalty to the Reds here. Fourth throw on the man across there. Blackwell is the man who was thrown across the line out. So now it's going to be another penalty to the Reds. And they look like they were just going to be kicking that one out there, the Reds, if they did get that opportunity. But now they're going to be slowly building their way down the field once again. 35 likes as well, said Midnight Plays. And also Jones practicing Kung Fu in their World Cup, teaching Underhill and Curry how to oblique kick at the ruck as well, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, at this stage, discipline in this match overall, though, hasn't been too bad. We've had a lot of handling errors, though, that is for sure. And we have also got there in the chat, Maury has said hi as well. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. At this stage, the Reds have got this ball just inside of the Hurricanes half by Anga Mosa at the back of the rolling maul, and it is making meters here. Someone's pants have been pulled down, and I think it was by his own fella, unfortunately for him. But now they are slowly edging forward, almost up to the 40-meter line here. And now it's going to be McDermott. Goes across to Isaac Henry, sells a bit of a dummy tackle by Savia, though, and you've got to be very careful when Artie Savio's round the breakdown because he will be trying to steal it every day of the week. Now it's going to be Liam Wright. I will read the chat in a very short moment as well, but I do appreciate you all being here for this match. You're getting now going back on the inside to Paisami, who is slowly driving once again, still moving, and Artie Savia straight over the ball, and he has ripped it away, but McDermott's taking it straight back, and that was a lifeline for the Reds there, but now his knees are on the ground, so they have to release him here. And at this stage, Artie Savia is going straight back in for round 2, but he wasn't quite able to get that ball once again for his side. McDermott going short side to Danny Alatupo, fires it out to Dalgunu now, back in his pace there. Dalgunu, little kick on the inside. Awkward bouncing one, but Jordy Barrett was able to take it there. And by the looks of it here, they will just be kicking this one into touch, and we go into half-time. 10 points to the Hurricanes, 7 to the Reds. This is going to be a close second half, that is for sure. We have got Stephen Davis in there as well. Hamish, you deserve a lot more subscribers. So come on, people, click that button. Thank you very much, Stephen. Very much appreciated. And yeah, at the moment, the support on these live streams has been pretty awesome over the last, tell you what, we've already hit the 40 likes as well. So thank you all very much for that. Yeah, the support on these live streams throughout Super Rugby Trans-Tasman has been incredible. And that's the thing. We have still got plenty more rugby to come. We've got the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman final next week. Also, I believe the final next week for the Rainbow Cup South Africa as well, if I'm not wrong. So that's going to be exciting. And then we have also got a lot more matches for the British and Irish Lions Tour. July Test, August starts it will be the Rugby Championship. There's so much on, it's hard to keep track of how many games are going to be happening. That is for sure. We've also got, mate, looks like a poor man's version of Xavier Rowe as well as, Tate looks like a poor man's version of Xavier Rowe as well. And we have got TNS said, I like this boys in the Crusaders team as well. And I will ask, who's your favourite player in the Crusaders? Dan, do let me know. And we have also got in there 47 likes. Surely not. If we are on 47. Yes, we are. Thank you all very much for that. We boosted up about 10 just in that very short moment. And it is hugely appreciated. Salakai has said, I like the Hurricanes. What is your score prediction, Salakai, for this match? And also, who do you think is going to be scoring the next try in this match? And it's going to be very interesting, that's for sure. Me good. Mates Curry and Underhill will get crushed by the ABs next time our two great nations clash as well. Marco Vunipolavia, of course. Marco Vunipolavia would know those players quite well, going on tour with them a couple times. But yeah, at this stage, only the 2 tries in this match. I think people were thinking that maybe there would be a few more. But yeah, we will have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case. We have also got there my prediction, Highlanders versus Blues in the final as well, says Max Scottle as well. Highlanders versus Blues, that could be a very exciting matchup. And that's the thing. I think depending on how the match goes tomorrow, we will almost know who is going to be in the final. But I feel like it's never a guarantee until after the Blues versus Force game. But I feel like the Blues will have the home final if they win their game up against the Western Force, purely because of their points differential being a lot stronger. We'll show it here. As you can see, points differential, they're looking at around 30 points more than anyone else. So it's one of those ones, as long as they can get the win, even if the Highlanders or the Crusaders receive that bonus point, they shouldn't be able to leapfrog them unless they win their match by a lot. Like, we're talking probably around 50 points. Who knows? Maybe that is what the Crusaders will go out there and try and do. 3 dislikes courtesy of 2 cents. Got to go in and 2 cents dad as well, says Marco Vunipolavia. And we have also got Marco, how's the DMT today? As well says well, and also we have got should get Germany to get into Ruggers. Britain will drop their nuts as well, says Smithy Dollar. And also we have got Dan has said 27-17 to the Hurricanes as well, and Crusaders are the best in the final, says TN. Tongan Thor gone nowhere since going to Oz as well, says Kit Kennedy. Yeah, that's the thing. He's been struggling in this competition. Like, he's been playing well at times with the ball in hand, but he's also had quite a few handling errors throughout this competition. Like, in this match, he had 2 opportunities to score, and both times he ended up double movement for one of them, and then the other time it was a little knock on just before the line. So he hasn't quite found his feet yet in the competition, but he did play well in Super Rugby AU, I believe. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see whether or not he should be in the Australian side, I believe, to play France. So that will be exciting as well. We have got, I'll make sure they bring, we also got Scotty Burns. That said, how does the ladder point system work? I support AFL in Australia, and we have 4 for a win, 2 for a draw, and 0 for a loss, says Scotty. I will quickly put it back up, and it is very similar in that regard. So pretty much it's 4 points for the win, 2 for the draw, like you mentioned, and then also you don't get any for a loss. But we also have bonus points in play. So if you score 3 or more tries, then your opponent, you will get 1 bonus point, such as what the Blues have been able to do quite a few times, hence why in 4 matches they have been able to not just get the 16, but they've received 3 bonus points on top of that. And then also you can get a losing bonus point for losing by 7 points or less, such as something like what the Brumbies, I believe, have done in the past, or actually the Reds got a bonus point for losing last week. So it's kind of done. You get 4 points standard and none for the loss, and then also bonus points kind of play factor. So the Highlanders and the Crusaders have also both received 2 bonus points. Hurricanes have received, they've actually received 3, I believe, or 4. They've received 3 for their wins, and then also 1 for the loss that they had as well. We have also got in there, we have got I've traveled multiple dimensions riding a unicorn. We have got Highlanders versus Crusaders, please, as well, says Rafalisa for the final. And also I like the people in New Zealand. We are normally pretty nice overall in New Zealand. I feel like that's why we don't really have too many people who are angry in the chat, which is very appreciated, just because it does make it a lot easier. Okay, thanks, mate, says Scotty Burns, no worries. Yeah, hopefully I did explain it well enough that you were able to work it out. It is a little bit of a strange system to kind of get the feel for, because I know Super Rugby Aotearoa, for the who was going through to the final, it wasn't done off points differential. It was actually done off the amount of wins that a team had had. So that's why the Chiefs moved on to the final rather than the Blues. Bring Luai to NZ Rugby's will utilise them well. As well says Smithy Toilet, except Johnny Blaze and Kanakuinen. As well says Marco Vodapolov there. Yeah, that's a rivalry that I don't think's going away anytime soon. You two are not friends, that is for sure. This competition is a farce. As well says Wesley Cock. And we have also got there, imagine if we exchange all our players from league. As I said, Smithy Toilet, that would be interesting. I know that we've got Roger Tuivasa, Sheck going to the Blues. And I will ask Wesley, do let me know why you feel that way. Yeah, I am interested to find out. Bring Walshy to NZ Rugby as well. We'll use his Abo genes to break into Centrelink as well. I wish I had read that out as quickly as I did. Clearly, Ref clearly wants an Aussie team to win, as well, says Wesley Cog. Although, to be fair, they haven't done the best job of it, because only 2 Australian sides have been able to get the win so far. And yes, I mean, in one case, I guess you could say that the Reds, having an ex-Reds player as the referee, maybe they could have selected a little bit better in that regard. But yeah, at the end of the day, the New Zealand sides at this stage, it's looking like it's going to be 2 New Zealand sides in the final. And it's still quite close between those New Zealand sides as well, of who is going to be able to make it to that final. At this stage, it's almost a 5-horse race, but at this stage, you probably say it's a 3-horse race with the dark horse of the Hurricanes. But if they can't get a big win here, then they will be out. Luai will be mean in Union as well, says Victoria. And we have got is that Welsh bloke, does he wear like, oh no. At this stage, we are just waiting for the second half to get back underway, because it is going to be hopefully a very exciting one. We had about 11 handling errors in that first half between those two sides. So hopefully it does increase, or it does decrease, I should say, in the second half. What's up? Says James Gordon. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in at this stage. This is the first of 2 live streams we are going to be doing tonight. I'll show the benches as well. We're looking at the wrong benches. So I will take that one down, and I will put, that's the wrong benches, and we will put this one up. There we go. We have found the right one. For the Hurricanes, Dane Coles is a man who will be coming off the bench. And at this stage, I mean, Safa Moore actually had a little bit of an injury earlier on in the half, so hopefully that isn't anything serious. Alex Vidal is not there. It is Ben May instead, and he's already had to play a little bit of this match because of the yellow card to Tyrell Lomax. Then you got Devon Flanders, very good player recently in the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman competition. Pito Munga Jensen and Salisi Rayasi, they are 2 very good players to have coming off their bench. But then the Reds, they have got the likes of Ryan Smith. He's been playing well. Also Fraser McWright, and they have got Kalani Thomas, who will be replacing the halfback. So we've got an exciting second half coming up, that is for sure. And you'll have to wait and see how it goes. I've got Sydney to beat Hawthorn by 40 plus tonight. Are they, I'll ask for the, are they hugely the favourites there, or are you going for a risky one? Do let me know. And we have got, I like the people in New Zealand as well, says Tian. And also, yeah, well, fella looks, oh no, we have also got there in their House Rugby League Live 4. It is difficult compared to Rugby League, compared to Rugby Challenge 4, I have found. Like, it's kind of, you got to think a lot more. And also, defence is pretty tough, but me and George will slowly get the hang of it, hopefully. It's one of those ones, I played it here with George, and he actually messaged me the day after and said he just bought it on his console so that he can get a little bit better. But maybe a Rugby League Live, I don't know, who do we do a career mode as? Maybe that could be an option in the future if that is something you guys are keen to see as well. Do let me know. Ned Flanders reserve as well, although it's Devon Flanders. But imagine Ned Flanders playing a bit of rugby. He has got the right colour of his, is it skin? Do Simpsons have skin? I guess they do. I was going to say he has the right kind of yellow tone of the Hurricanes kit. And I like my rugby as well, says Tian. So you were well and truly fit in here in New Zealand because a lot of people do enjoy watching these games, that is for sure. And at this stage, it's going to be an interesting second half. The Hurricanes, they need a big win here just to try and give them a bit of confidence, but the Reds aren't making it easy. Need Flanders, the annoying Christian neighbour as well, says Marco Vonapolobia, and we have got tell the Nigerians to stop claiming Izzy. Don't remember him learning how to box there. He's a Rotorua prospect, and he's going to be fighting this weekend. That is probably one of the pay-per-views that I will consider buying, purely because of the fact it should be a good fight, and also the likes of Nate Diaz on the undercard, or not the undercard, but also on that card. He's always an interesting one to watch, that is for sure. My Fiji friend is getting a phone on Monday, and I could tell him to join the live stream sometime. As well, says James Gordon, that would be awesome. And that's one thing I guess I always say, leave a like and subscribe, but I guess another option is be sure to share it with your friends as well. And yeah, it just helps extend our reach that we do find with the channel. And we've also got NZ versus India will be interesting. Heavyweight clash as well. Says Smithy Toilet. And that's the thing, I wanted to do live streams for those matches as well, but I feel like test match cricket is a little bit of a different pace to the speed that I talk during these ones, that's for sure. I end up just speed rambling at this stage, and we have also got there good first half, says Birdie, and also we've got a lot of respect between the two nations as well, says Smithy Toilet, and also we have got 24-17 Hurricanes prediction, says Chris Howe. Tell you what, we might get there, although at this stage we've had about 5 disallowed tries between the two sides. So I feel like as soon as they can start kind of taking those opportunities and turning them into points, we will have a pretty high score in second half here. We have also got there from Smithy Toilet talking about the cricket. Yeah, it's going to be a good clash. And I feel like, yeah, it's one of those ones it's kind of like New Zealand and South Africa for rugby. There's just that like mutual respect between us and India for cricket because of the fact like both sides have very good teams and it should be a very entertaining match. And I just hope, because of the fact that it's at Lords, I really hope the weather doesn't have anything to do with it. We saw in the first match between England and New Zealand that it did get a day rained off, and in the end it was a draw, possibly because of it. So, yeah, hopefully we do get to see 5 full days of cricket. Izzy Adesanya is a 420 man as well, says Marco Vonapolobia. Although I don't think anyone can be as much of a 420 man as yourself, Marco Vonapolobia. That is your signature number. That is for sure. You have almost claimed that one from anyone in that regard. But we have also got there Reds doing okay against a big bogey side. I'm surprised and impressed as well, says Luke. And yeah, that's the thing. They have been playing well so far throughout this competition, the Reds. They just haven't quite been on the right side of some results. Like last week, they played against the Blues and lost 31-24. Like they received that losing bonus point. And for that reason, I feel like if they do lose this match, they are going to be receiving that bonus point here as well. But yeah, it's a very close game at the moment. 10 points to 7. The only try for the Hurricanes, Nalila Mape. The only try for the Reds, Tate McDermott. And we have also got there, listen to this live stream. You play me right now. This Jamaican making my hair grow dreadlocks as well from Marco Vonapolobia. It's just that India versus New Zealand isn't as one-sided as well, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, it should be kind of like, it will be quite a strategic battle, I think, between the two sides rather than, like I say, hopefully the rain just doesn't get involved though, because or else, will be a little bit disappointing to see the test match final because I think it's only one test match. So when you think about it, if you have like 2 days of rain, it's kind of gone, unfortunately. So hopefully they have like a backup plan if it does end up raining throughout that whole time. We have got on my screen, I can't see the like button. As well, says James got it. Also, we are on 56 likes. So thank you all very much for that. New Zealand is the best in the world, says Tian as well. And we have got in there our what brother. We're only good at having 2-foot men in Hobbiton as well. Go Box as well, says Wesley. Do let me know, Wesley, what do you think of the Springbok side that they did select the other day? I am interested because, it's looking like a decent side and should be exciting to see them go up against the likes of Georgia before the British and Irish Lions tour. But, that's going to be only a few weeks away. It's crazy how quickly we've come round to the British and Irish Lions tour only being moments away. Like, because at the end of the day, I think it was about 3 months ago, I was like, oh, yeah, it's a little while away. I've got time to prepare. And now it's like, it's 2 weeks. And then we're straight into it. Japan versus the British and Irish Lions. Going to be exciting. Is Apalele Fase in the Springbok side? I hope so. I can't remember whether he was or wasn't. But he has had a very good season in the Rainbow Cup. So hopefully he did get in there. South Africa 128 for 4 against the West Indies, as well as Dean. And I did see, if I'm not wrong, did someone get bowled out for not many at all? Was that the West Indies, possibly, for cricket? Yes, he is, as well, says Birdie. So, yeah, that's going to be exciting to see him playing as well. New Zealanders paradise on earth, God's own, as well, says Mako Vanabola Bear. And we have Oscar gave you a like, says Luke. Thank you very much, mate. Very much appreciated. Don't put LaRue at 15, says Smithy Toilet. But at this stage now, the game is very close. Opposition time, or time in opposition 22 was only 1 second difference. Rucks and Maul, the Reds have had a lot more possession in this first half. They are going to be hoping that they will be able to make their way into possibly being just behind the New Zealand sides after this round. But Jordy Barrett will be kicking off this one for the Hurricanes. They are showing Nala Mape, possibly his last game for the Hurricanes before he heads overseas, unless they can get a massive win here and make their way all the way to the final. Jordy Barrett now kicking off this one for the Hurricanes here. Looks like a decent night at Sky Stadium, which is always a bonus. It's going to be in the hands of Angus Blythe, but he has been taken to ground. So now it is going to be just outside of the 22 for the Reds. Goes back to Hegarty, and he has kicked that one down the middle of the field, looking like it's going to be claimed by Barrett now on his own 40-metre line. Going to Ruben Love. He is saying he's going to be sending it high, and that is what he has done. Wes Oyston now is going to be driving forward. Didn't quite line it up there, Wes Oyston. He has taken that one pretty hard. And by the looks of it, he is still down. But he is getting back up here. Numia is having a good carry there, driving forward. Wes Oyston a little bit slow getting up, possibly winded himself a little bit there. Now it's going to be Princep driving hard. But he is tackled by Liam Wright. And Harry Hoffett is going to be on the field. That is replacing, I believe, Fortuaka. Yes, it is. I will quickly write that down, but on the halfway line. At the moment, Billy Proctor is going to be wrestled to the ground almost by, I believe it was the man who's just come on the field, Hoffett, or Hoopit. Is it Hoopit? It might be Hoopit, but now it's going to be Laumape. Goes back to Jordy Barrett, seeing a bit of space, little offload to Artie Savia on the inside. And he is going to be driving forward. Daniela Tupou thinking about joining that ruck, not quite able to. Lomax dropped that ball, but it has gone backwards is the call. They are still on the halfway line. They are saying it was a knock-on for sure, but now it's going to be a Safa Moore. He is going to be possibly held up here by, it was Isaac Henry, but no, he has made his way to the ground now. Now it's going to be Roigard going to the right. By the looks of it, the ball wasn't quite coming, but he has fired it wide now to Julian Savia, who has almost been pushed into touch by Dalgunu. Fires it back on the inside, perhaps. Shouldn't have done that one. Julian Savia, as now the Reds have got this ball in hand. Decided it was better than going into touch, but now they have got an opportunity for a counter-attack here. Hunter Paisami driving forward, and he is 40 metres out from his own line here. Now it's going to be McDermott, does fire the ball high. And it's been taken nicely by Wes Oyston with a little bit of a juggle. Jordy Barrett's got this one inside of his 22. Carries it outside, goes for the kick down the middle of the field. A lot of Reds players back there trying to cover that one. It's going to be in the hands of Greeley now driving forward. He's been hit hard by Scrafton. I tell you what, that kid, he is only 19, but he has a lot of heart, that is for sure, trying to charge straight at those big men. But now it's going to be Dalgunu, who is being tackled by Billy Proctor on the halfway line once again. The Reds at the moment, we haven't had a stoppage in a very long time, but I will read your chat as soon as I do get the chance. But I do thank you all very much for being here. Hegarty has kicked that one in behind, but it's been taken by Jordy Barrett. We haven't had a stoppage so far in the second half. Now it's going to be Jordy Barrett looking for a bit of a gap. Still running, Jordy Barrett breaking tackles. He's offloaded it, and now it's going to be an answer. Roigard goes to Karefi. He's going to be too quick, is he? No, he's going to be tackled by Filippo Dalgunu. 5 metres out, the Reds losing their footing there. Now they're going short side. Roigard goes himself, but it's going to be a penalty. I believe he ended up dropping that ball there, Cam Roigard. But now it is going to be the Hurricanes who have got the penalty. Jeez, bit of a quick start to the second half. They're going upstairs, right? I've got a chance to read all of the chat, and there is quite a lot of it. So I do thank you all very much for being here. We have got in there worried about our midfield ahead of the first test as well, says Wesley Cogg. Because that's the thing, is Damien Dialende going to be able to play? Because he did get injured, or he did get burned in the Munster camp, didn't he? So that is not ideal. So hopefully he will be able to make a recovery there. But was he going to be in the Springbok side? I think he was, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, that midfield going to be an interesting one for them. They are showing Filippo Dalgunu there. Gets back up and makes the tackle. So they have said that it's a penalty. Originally, he made the tackle. Then he got almost back up and then made the tackle again. This could be an interesting one. Only 5 meters out from the line here. This is a big decision. Dalgunu gets back to the hindmost foot, falls forward, trying to get that ball, then does a little bit of a roll. The question is, did he get back quick enough? They have said he's offside. Oh, he's going to the bin. Okay, Filippo Dalgunu has gone to the bin. Justin Marshall does not agree one bit there because he was the tackler. So he did try and get back up and get the ball, but then from there did end up giving away the offside penalty, they have said, and now the Hurricanes have got a very good opportunity of being able to score here. Is Dwayne Vermeulen going to play? I'm not too sure about his injury at the moment. Hopefully we do get to see him a little bit there. I guess you could say the South African Thor, I think I have been told that his nickname is Thor as well. There are a lot of Thors in rugby, that is for sure. We've got the Springbok is not the best. The All Blacks is the best as well, says Dan. And also, yes, West Indies got bowled out for 97. Yes, and not the best number there for them. And now it's going to be Ardie Savia driving off the back, but he is being tackled. He's got him back up, though. And now he is getting driven backwards by the Reds. Nicely done there, dragging him down 10 meters out from the line at the moment of the Hurricanes, and they are driving forward with a Safa-Moa. Tell you what, it is danger for a defence when you chuck Savia at them. Then you chuck a Safa-Moa, and then you've got Duplessis Karefi on the side as well. That ball is popped free. Now it's going to be Roigard taken down. The Reds almost able to steal that one. Paenga Mosa making the tackle on Savia. Around the side of Safa-Moa. They're going with the order at the moment. If it's Duplessis Karefi who does get this one, no, they are going wider. It's going to be Laumape. Goes back into the hands of Ruben Love. Low tackle on him, not made. And Ruben Love scores the try there for the Hurricanes. And he has thrown it up for someone in the crowd. The first try for it was Ruben Love in the Hurricanes jersey. I'll update my scoreboard, but it was a very nice one indeed. In the 44th minute, the man advantage has played a factor there. And in the end, Jordy Barrett with a great run originally, which got them all the way down the field. Little offload to Roigard. Then from there, the yellow card of Filippo Dalgunu. Then they just kept on going with those big forwards. Safa-Moa, Savia, you name it. They were running at the line. Then it was, in the end, Laumape put it back for Ruben Love, who was able to pierce his way through the gap and was able to score the second try of the match for the Hurricanes. They will write that one down. Ruben Love scores. Here we go. He has been added to the list, Ruben Love, and scoring his first ever try for the Hurricanes. Right, I'm a mile behind in the chat. I will try my best to keep up. Springboks 3-0 for the Lions is the prediction from Wesley as well. And we have Oscar the Go Reds from Luke, and would love to play for the Black Caps. India supplying us, after losing long gruesome match as well. Ironic. Little loader. No, we have got also there in the chat. Stop the bus, says Luke. And we haven't got Litz has said it wasn't a good call. Yeah, Justin Marshall didn't agree with it either in that regard. And like they were saying, he was the tackler. So in a way, like straight away, that puts him back onside. But unfortunately, it has cost the Reds a try here. And Jordy Barrett has lined that one up, and that one has gone over as well. And we have also got there Go Hurricanes from Tian. Also, we have got in there, tell you what, I'm missing a lot of chats at the moment. Dalgunu will get rocked by Nariki as well. I have seen it in the chat, and we have got the Springboks. It's not the best in the world. It's the All Blacks as well. Hey, mate, if you get your mate to call me on video chat so I can watch the game privately, if you do this for me, I will buy you a nice G cake with a neck minute steak dinner in Paris, says Batman. That seems like an offer that someone couldn't refuse, doesn't it? We have got, you're like a horse racing commentator, says Midnight Plays. Yeah, unfortunately, I end up getting excited and then just end up continuously talking. And that is kind of what ends up every time, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully you guys are still able to follow the game. Oh, that one's been ripped away by Harry Wilson. And now the Reds on the 22 have got the counter-attack. McDermott goes out into the hands now of Hunter Paisami, who is going to be tackled. No, he's not broken the tackle with Duplessis Karefi. Savia dragging him down, though. And I believe, did they have the advantage to the Reds? No, they didn't. Now they are just inside of the 22 now. Flat ball to Daniela Tupou. Duplessis Karefi trying to get that one. And not quite able to. McDermott now around the side. Goes to Paisami breaking the tackle. But he has been dragged down by Numia. Now it's going to be Daniela Tupou trying to step around. He has been tackled. Tell you what, Duplessis Karefi, he just dives on that ball anytime it goes to a breakdown, but not quite able to get it yet. Tackled hard. There was Isaac Henry. No, it was Hoppett. And now it is going to be in the hands of McDermott. 10 metres out. Little offload back to McDermott now. Offloads to Salakai. Lotto driving forward here, the Reds. And they are trying to get right back on the score sheet. It's going to be Harry Wilson now driving. And they're up to 9 phases at the moment. I think that one was taken by the Hurricanes, but it's been taken straight back by the Reds. So that was very impressive from them. Now it's going to be Paianga Mosa, who is dropping the head. Harry Wilson round the side once again is tackled. And at this stage, McDermott goes out to Paisami into the hands. Oh, he's lined up greedily by Jordy Barrett there. And at this stage, 12 phases in, and the Reds aren't giving up. They want to get over the line. They want to get back right into this match. Savia a little bit slow getting up there. But now it's going to be Scott Young, who is also trying to make his way to the line. The Reds are ruthless on attack, but it's great defense so far from the Hurricanes. Tackling Tupou there. Only a few meters out. Once again, the Reds are up to 16 phases, the most phases we have had in the match so far. Taniela Tupou looking like he can't stand very well either there. They're still only a meter short. Are they going to get over the line here? They've got a man disadvantage as well. They've got the advantage for someone being offside. They can keep on throwing men at the line here. They've got a lot of men right next to the ruck here, the Hurricanes. Who are they going to here? The referee is telling them they've got the advantage. He is over. And I believe it's going to be Brandon Paianga Mosa who was able to score it. Yes, it is. And the Reds are straight back in this match now. And they had to work hard for it as well. Penalty advantage was in play, but Brendan Paianga Mosa was able to get over the line. I've thrown my pen, unfortunately, but I will quickly update the scoreboard. And they just kept on waiting there, the Reds. They won it off kickoff almost. And then from there, they just kept on hitting it up until they were able to finally find that gap after a total of about 18 phases. But it was incredibly impressive, and now they are right back in the match, and that will give them a bit of confidence with the factor that they were a man down during that time. And it did use up quite a bit of the clock as well, so they won't be minding that one bit. I like the All Blacks as well. Says Tian, bring back Sir Buck as well. Says Kit Kennedy, of course, becoming a Sir very recently, which is pretty awesome. And now it's going to be Higgity, he has got that one. And it has gone over. So now the score is going to be 14 to the Reds, 17 to the Hurricanes. Very close. And we have also got there, are you doing more Rugby League Live 4? If that is something you guys want to see, I will be certain to keep posting it. We have actually filmed a couple more videos of us playing State of Origin badly. I guess you could say we end up not going the best, but yeah, we will have to wait and see whether those ones also go up. 2 more tries. That's why that man's on the naughty bench, naughty boy bench as well, says Machu. And also we have got, is that Kristen Cullen who scored far out as well, says Billy Toilet. Nice try from the sound of it. Looking forward to watching the highlights tomorrow, says Luke. That one has been taken there by the Hurricanes. So I believe they have claimed their own kickoff there. Very nicely done by the Hurricanes. And now they're back on attack. Now it's going to be in the hands of 19, which in this one is Liam Mitchell. I'm not sure who he's replaced. I did miss that one. But now they have still got this ball here, the Hurricanes. Going back to Roy Guard. Now Lamape inside ball to Jordy Barrett, but he is tackled by Wilson. And at this stage, I will try my best to read all of the chat in a very short moment as well. At the moment, 2 minutes 40 left for the yellow card for the Reds. Roy Guard goes back to Love on the 40-metre line. Karefi now trying to pierce the gap, tackled by Liam Wright instead, who is sitting upwards in the tackle, and he's not quite going to be able to get out of that breakdown, but it didn't end up giving away the penalty. Now it's going to be Devin Flanders, who is driving for. Great low tackle on him, though, by the Reds, number 4. Going back to Proctor now. A Safa Moore down the wing. We saw him score a great try down the wing earlier on in the season. Someone is down in the background. I believe it is Devin Flanders, who has only just come out onto the field, which is not a good sign. Numia is now getting driven backwards in the tackle. Little offload there. Proctor with the long ball into the hands now of Prince Lamape. He's got Houston on his outside. Goes himself Lamape. And he is on the 22 at the moment. Tackled by Daniela Tupou. And now they are inside of the 22. It's going to be Liam Mitchell. Little offload back. Proctor goes to Julian Savia. And little offload there. Awkward one, but it hit the shins of Liam Mitchell. So they have still got this ball now. It's going to be Flanders. He only just got up. Now he has been smacked in the tackle once again. Devin Flanders. At this stage now, Roy Guard. Cross to Numia. He's had a lot of carries so far in this match, but straight over the ball. And they have turned it over there, the Reds. Now it's going to be Paisami running straight at Devin Flanders. That man can't catch a break at the moment. Devin Flanders, he has been in every tackle that has been happening in the recent times. Now it's going to be Hegarty. Kicks that one down the middle of the field, only making it to halfway there, Hegarty. And his kicking game hasn't been going that great today, unfortunately for him. And now it's going to cost them a little bit. because Houston was driving forward, but now it's been stolen in the breakdown. Now it's going to be McDermott who's got this ball. And at this stage, no one wants this ball to go out. Higgity is going to be firing it out now to Salakai Lotto. He's got Greeley on his outside. Goes to Wilson. One more pass. Into the hands now on the winger. Joshua Fluke. He's got pace. Goes to Salakai Lotto. Offloads it back. But it's a little knock on. And we have got another stoppage in play. Yeah. A lot of happenings in this one. That's for sure, Paul. It's a nice work. Those yellow cards can really cost teams. Always good when it happens to an Aussie team as well. And that was actually 7 minutes ago. That shows how far behind I am at the moment. Come on, Hurricanes as well, says Jeffrey Fockerd. And also we have got Anzac and US Army and British Army where you had as well, says Jones Gordon. And Flanders is sexy, says Will. And also Manly come back against the Cowboys 10-12 as well, mate. What happened to Queensland over the New South Wales 50-6? Queensland just boy as well, says Batman. I'm not sure. I didn't expect that match to be one-sided to that extent. And Artie Savia, by the looks of it, is going to be off the field. That was for Devon Flanders. They just showed it, but I missed half of the subs. But luckily, I have been able to work out these guys relatively well. So I know exactly who is coming on and who is coming off, which is Ryan Smith now. He is coming on the field for Angus Blythe. Or Blythe. I always say that name wrong. We have also got there until they face NZ as well. And we have got in there Queensland were competitive until they stopped playing at about 15 minutes in. Players strolling back onside when not coming up in the line. Nobody wanted to run the ball as well, says Nathaniel. And yeah, that's the thing. It kind of looked, who was it who I was noticing for Queensland? There was a player at the back whose name now, of course, I can't remember. But he was kind of getting the ball and kind of just slowly running at the line rather than hitting it up hard. And Queensland, they were making about a quarter of the meters that the Blues were on attack. And it just kept on costing them because the Blues were just, they just kept on going. That one is going to be a scrum reset now for these two teams. And at this stage, 54 minutes into this match, McDermott, you little gremlin as well, says Luke, and I will come. I will please come to New Zealand as well, says Stan, and also we'll get you by Whakatava, and also I would not recommend that. I am old and tough like a bad steak as well, says Luke. But at this stage, currently 54 minutes into this match, and we'll have a look to see what likes we are sitting on. We're sitting on 64, so at the moment we are 10 likes more than we are minutes in the game. So let's see if we continue that one. Can we get to 90 likes by the end of this live stream? If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like. The Reds last won in Wellington in 1998 was the last time that they were able to win, and they are only 3 points off, and that is a great scrum from the Reds now, and that's going to be a turnover. No, it's going to be a penalty to the Hurricanes. I think they've got lucky there because that was a lot of pressure from the Reds for back at this stage, having an extra 30 or 40 kgs, and they are using it. Who was it in the end that ended up coming up? I believe it was the far side. Player went down onto his knee, I believe it was. Maybe Teni Alatupo on that far side. We have got 65 likes, says Birdie as well. So you do appreciate you all being here. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are currently, I keep on saying we're on the road to something, and we keep on hitting that road. So I guess now we're on the road to 2,300 subscribers. No, that's something we've already hit. 3,000 subscribers is the number I was meaning. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like. A suffer more coming off the field for Dane Coles. So far, only 3 tries in this match. 4 tries, sorry. 2 per side. Nalila Mape and also Ruben Love scoring the tries for the Hurricanes, and then Tate McDermott and also Harry Hoffett. No, that's the wrong name. Brandon Waihangamosa was the other name. But now it is going to be the line out for the Hurricanes. Currently 40 meters out from the Reds line. And at this stage, they want another try soon, or else this one could go down to the wire. Now it's going to be in the hands of a Roy Guard. Now it's going to be Laumape running over the top of Isaac Henry, but he is driven backwards in the tackle by Harry Wilson. Man, who you know is going to put 110% into everything. Now it's going to be kicked in behind. Taken beautifully by Hegarty in the end, though. Jordy Barrett with that little kick in behind, but not quite able to get it right. Now it's going to be McDermott down the wing. Offloads on the inside. Salakai Lotto with the little knock on. Little bit of miscommunication in that midfield there. And Salakai Lotto drops that ball. He's disappointed with himself there. But already Danko's going out there and going straight for Harry Wilson, which is going to be an interesting battle. We have also got there New Zealand as my home. So I like the people in New Zealand as well, says Tian. And also my heart as they in New Zealand as well. Aotearoa, New Zealand brother as well. Tackle Lamape. Bloody hell by Sami as well, says Smithy Toilet. And at this stage, nothing to get to your commentary, but it would be so much better if I could just watch the game in Oz without buying another paid service, says Nathaniel. That's the thing, didn't they? They had it free to air for Super Rugby AU, if I'm not wrong. Do let me know, Nathaniel. But it seems weird that they've decided that this one isn't free to air. Like, we saw State of Origin here in New Zealand free to air, and it was great because of the fact that more people were able to see the game, because I feel like the more you can promote it, the better it will be for the sport. Even if it is on free-to-air TV, people will still be watching it in the regards of the fact that everything's a paid subscription in our days. And I feel like we want a little bit of free-to-air TV with some sport on it would be great. But that one is going to be taken now by Fraser McWright, and they have been able to get that one now for... Oh, no, that's a nice long ball out into the hands now of Greeley, who is trying to step bouncing off the tackle of Prinsep there. And tell you what, for a 19-year-old, he has got a large future ahead of him, because he is looking like he's playing pretty decently. Isaac Henry now has tried to continue rolling. Oh, that was almost a little bit of an army crawl, but now it's going to be an answer. Paisami sells the dummy, tackled by Prinsep and Laumape there. McDermott goes back to Scott Young. Short ball now to Hoppet. Or Hoopit, sorry. I keep on calling him Hoppet. But now it's going to be McDermott. Goes to Hegarty. High ball. Who wants it? It's going out on the full. And they are going to be going back for it now as well. Knock on again as well, says Ravaliza. Yeah, we've had a lot so far in this match. And we have also got there Pity Laumape's leaving a, says Maxi. It is a big shame. Because I feel like in France, he's going to absolutely tear it up. Because, it's going to be one of those ones that I feel like the All Blacks, he was good in that number 12 jersey because of the fact that he brought kind of a different game to Anton Leonard-Brown and Goodhue, because he was just that crash ball, kind of hit it up hard. So it will be interesting to see who they're going to put at 12 now. But Laumape having that ball there, Paisami missing him again at this stage. That is about the 5th time, at least in this match so far. But now it's going to be in the hands of Ruben Lovell. Jordy Barrett almost lined up by Dalgunu. And Jordy Barrett straight through the middle. And he's going to go all the way. Is he Jordy Barrett? They've tackled him low, only a metre short of the line. And Dalgunu was almost able to steal it, but it's a knock-on advantage. Quick hands. And Dane Cole scores the try. And the Hurricanes get themselves a little bit more of a lead there. And in the end, Jordy Barrett, he's having a very good game so far. And I will add that name, Dane Coles, to the list in the 59th minute. Was able to pick up the try, coming off the bench for Asafa Mua out on the wing. And in this Trans-Tasman competition, already scoring 3 times. At this one, it was just a beautiful cellular dummy for Jordy Barrett. In the end, bouncing off the tackle with Dalguna, found the gap between Salakai Lotto and Wright. Dermot wasn't able to get him. He made a great tackle there to stop him a couple metres short. Dalgunu almost able to turn that ball over in the breakdown, but ended up with a little bit of a fumble. And the Hurricanes lethal with that back line when it does go out to that man, Dane Coles. And he was able to score at 59th minute. And the Hurricanes will be very happy with that one. And at this stage, they still need 2 more tries if they want to get another bonus point in this competition. Dane Coles' brother, Allied, as well as Smithy, Richie Moanga is the best, as well says Tian. And also we have got no from Luke. It's unfortunate for those who are supporting the Reds in this match. But anytime they have scored a try here, the Hurricanes pretty much, the Reds have been able to fight back pretty quickly. So we'll have to wait and see if that is the case here as well. Challenge accepted, 22 likes away from 90 already. So that is a huge number that we are heading towards as well. Paisami keeps fake committing on Laumape as well, says Smithy Toilet. They only show the new Super Rugby here in Australia on weekends, says Will as well. So does that mean you get the 3 games that are going to be on tomorrow? Will do. Let me know. That one is missed from Jordy Barrett. So now the difference is only going to be 8 points. And so Lisi Ayasi looking like he is getting ready to make his way out onto that field. We have also got, I like Richie Moanga is my star player as well, says Tian. And also we have got, Super Rugby was on free to broadcast on Stan as well. Trans-Tasman is only on Stan, and all the live streams are blocked. Wallabies France will be on Channel 9 though. Yeah, see, that's a shame. I feel like they should have more opportunities, because Stan Sport, I know straight when Super Rugby AU came out, they were like pretty much the only way to be able to do it here. Oh, that was almost an awkward fall. But I know that they were kind of pretty much in charge in that regard. But hopefully, like you said, luckily Wallabies in France will be on Channel 9. But I wish Super Rugby was as well. Hopefully next year when we have got Fiji Drua and Moana Pacifica added to the competition, you will be able to watch it all free to air on Australian TV as well. And we have also got there in the chat is something that Dylan has said. I'm not too sure what it says though. Unfortunately, speak French as well, says Dylan. I don't, but I will probably translate that later. So hopefully that is something nice. But we have also got not all the live streams are blocked, mate, as well, says Let's. Now it is going to be in the hands of Greeley once again, 40 metres out from his own line. But Duplessis Karefi just straight over the ball and was able to steal it back. That's going to be an advantage to the Reds. Although I would have called that playing it on the ground perhaps, but now it's going to be in the hands of Isaac Henry. That one is a knock on. And now it is going to be going back for the scrum feed to the Reds there. We haven't got up the Reds or up your Reds as well, says Jolene. Or Jolene. Not too sure. Enjoying the commentary again. Cheers as well from Dave. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. And Dylan has said as well. Des Francais. I'm not too sure. I don't actually speak French, sorry. I only know maybe about 3 words, unfortunately. And we have also got there, Les Blues. I know that is Go the Blues, if I'm not wrong. And we have also got there in the chat, I think I've read, got to go see you, says James Gordon as well. And we have also got Philomoni has said, yes, Reds for the Satyrs as well. And we have got Mbappe and Benzema as well. 2 very talented players, of course. And sorry, says Dylan, I will probably end up translating that message from earlier on. Do I put it up on the screen? I'm worried that it is something bad because it has got the laughing emoji at the end. So I might end up translating that at the very end as well. And we have got, you'll make a great horse racing commentator, says Victor. Yeah, I end up talking way too quick, that is for sure. But they are saying that Payanga Mosa wasn't entitled to that ball. That was actually what I mentioned at the time. But that one is going to be stolen by Salakai Lotto for the Reds. Dane Cole's not happy at all. No one jumped for the Hurricanes. And now because of it, it's back in the hands of the Reds. Only 10 metres out from their line. They've been here quite a few times throughout this match, but they are going to be trying to work their way out here with either McDermott. It looks like he might go to Hegarty, although Hegarty hasn't had the best day with the boot so far for him. So it looks like McDermott is going to be doing it himself here. And he has kicked that one downfield. Tate McDermott almost finding touch on the 40-metre line inside of the Reds half. Now it's going to be Jordy Barrett charging forward once again. He's met by a wall of Salakai Lotto. Bounces off it though. And now it's going to be Billy Proctor. Kicks it in mind. Nani Lamape. Is he going to get a no? Not quite. Almost taken by Nani Lamape. And tell you what, if he was able to score that try earlier on, he scored one. If he could have gotten that one as well as the other one, he could have been sitting on that hat-trick like people were mentioning as well. Thanks for the live show as well, says MH Joy. No worries, mate. But Billy Proctor there. The kick in behind was very nicely. They are saying that it's knocked dead by Hegarty, perhaps. So I believe, what does that mean? I think that would mean if it was an intentional, they're going upstairs. Is this going to be a deliberate knockdown or like knock back the dead ball line? I don't even know this rule, to be fair. If it's been knocked dead, is that a 5-metre scrum? Maybe. Not too sure. Channel 9, Jim in Brisbane, is free to air TV. Or free to air here, they are showing Super Rugby from 7:30 Brisbane time, Saturday, 12th of June as well. So 7:30, that must be the last game of the day, which would be the Waratahs versus Chiefs, if I'm not wrong. And this one, he tried to put it down, but also, I think it's interesting. They are saying that he was trying to put the ball down there, Hegarty, but momentum kind of took him forward. So in that case, I believe it would end up being, I don't even know what it becomes in this situation. And we have got a from Kyle. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Yellow card from Maxi. I feel like you probably know the rule a lot better than me, Maxi. So in this case, if it is a yellow card, where do they go on the field? Is it a 5-metre scrum or is it what happens? I feel like I need to, this is something we don't really see too often, to be fair, but deliberately knocked it back. Okay. Oh, it's a penalty try and a yellow card to Bryce Hegarty. You were right there, Maxi. So it's going to be a penalty try. I guess that's why I don't really know the rule, because of the fact that it's going to be straight to the bin. And also between the sticks, Bryce Hegarty's having a laugh at it at the moment. Brad Thorne's not a happy man in the coaching box. So we will go here and we will put one of the try scorers of the Hurricanes has now got himself on the board, and that name is penalty try. We've been seeing him throughout the competition quite a few times so far. But Hegarty there ended up giving away the penalty try, and now the Hurricanes have got a lot more of a lead, 15 points to be exact, and try. Yes, remember the Sonny Bill, says Maxi as well. See, that's the thing. It's happened not very often. It's like the player wasn't there as well, says Maxi. And yeah, now he's not going to be for the next 10 minutes, unfortunately for Bryce Hegarty and the Reds. They are going to be under pressure once again. We've had 3 yellow cards in this match so far between the sides. A lot of disallowed tries, but that one is a sure one because of the fact that it is going to be the penalty try. I will also put that Luke Campbell making his way out onto the field. That is replacing Cam Roygaard and also Julian Savia. That's a knock-on from Prinsep. So now it is going to be the scrum feed of the Reds. Laumape is still out there. It is going to be Julian Savia coming off the field for Salisi Rayasi there. So there we go. Right, we almost got who scored the penalty try as well, says Jeffrey. I guess if there was a way of calling a penalty try, I guess you'd say Laumape, because they said that he would be scoring at 14 handling errors against the Hurricanes so far. The Reds is out, says Tian. Yeah, it's not looking too good. Have they got the bonus point yet? They need one more to be able to get that bonus point. The ref is stitching up the Reds mad. The Reds up mad as well, says Litz. And also watching from Nadira, Fiji. Go Reds, go. Free-to-air rugby in New Zealand is replay on Sunday at midday, and it's apparently our national game, says Levi Sampson. So that is good news that they will be showing I assume that would be the Fiji and Tonga games perhaps, and also hopefully the Rugby Championship is on free-to-air as well. We also got in there probably play better with Higgy off the field, says Luke. And the champion, don't mention Sunny Gill is a WTF is this refereeing, says William as well. Yeah, it's interesting. We've had quite a few. Tell you what, that was well done from Luke Campbell, and little knock on there from Duplessis Karefi. And at this stage, 45 metres out from the line are the Reds. McDermott goes to Wilson, inside ball to Scott Young, who has offloaded. It's gone forward though. So now we're going back for another scrum against the Hurricanes. 14 minutes left in this match. We're going to have to wait and see how it is going to be going. Why did they take the Express off? Should have played him at fullback and bring Jordy to 10 as well, says Smithy Tola as well. And the All Blacks versus Tonga, says Tian. I believe it is All Blacks versus Tonga, isn't it? And then Moana Pacifica versus Manu Samoa. Those are going to be two exciting matches, and they're back-to-back. And McDermott off the field now, and that's going to be for Sorovi. So that means that possibly you're looking at Kalani Thomas might end up slotting in somewhere else, maybe into a first 5 role if he does end up coming out on the field. But they are showing that the next match tonight is going to be the Brumbies versus the Highlanders. The Highlanders, they need this win if they want to make it to the final. Currently sitting in second due to points differential, but the Crusaders have got the Rebels, and that is a game that a lot of people are backing the Crusaders to win. So the pressure is on the Highlanders to play well away from home up against this Brumbies outfit, who have come off a win up against this Hurricane side in the last round. So it's going to be exciting to see what is going to be happening there. But we've got 3 games on tomorrow as well, and it is going to be all coming down to the last couple games to see whether or not we are going to be able to see a Highlanders team in the final, and also Blues and Crusaders both in the hunt as well. Maybe the Hurricanes, if they get a bonus point here, they are still on the cards to be able to do something. That one's going to be stuck, and Duplessis Karefi stealing that one, but it's going to be the penalty now to the Hurricanes in that breakdown or in the scrum, and that is a big win for them because of the fact that they have had a hard day at scrum time up against this Reds side. The extra weight going to the Reds by about 40 kgs. Front row angling in is the call, and now Jordy Barrett will be kicking this one for touch here. And we have also got, this is one of the worst calls I've ever seen as well, says William. And also, Reds are going to win, weren't going to win regardless, says Smithy Tola. Malakai Fekatoa, Docs, is going to play for Tonga soon. I did see that he's been selected for the Fijis, or not the Fiji, the 7 side, hasn't he? If I'm not wrong, which is going to be interesting to see what he can do there. Refs have been the difference this far, Smithy as well, and bad call. And I'm going for the Canes as well, says Decadun. How much New Zealand pay on this ref, says William as well. And Decadun finished. We have also got Kiwilea Springboks to be faves for the next World Cup. Here is my 2023 side. I will read that in a very short moment. We have got a little bit of an injury there to Harry Hoopert, which is very unfortunate. Ryan Smith also coming out onto the field. He was already out on the field, but he is coming out on the field. Apparently, that was for Angus Scott Young. I'll just do a few more notes, see if we can work out where everyone is playing. But we have got the likes of Marks, also Bonambi at 2, Stephen Kitsoff and Malharbe. That sounds like a pretty strong side. Edwell Vendemerva as well in there. I like the look of that because he was one player that I think a lot of people were a bit sad that he did miss out on the Springbok side this year. But Hoffert, I said his name wrong again, Hoopert, is going to be coming off the field, and that's going to be for Nongor, I believe. And now we have got update the score, please. As well says this, what are we sitting on at the moment? I am just using a screen recording of the game. So hopefully it is sitting on the right one, because at the moment we are sitting on 29-14. And we have also got there the Crusaders go win the Rebels as well, says 10. And we have got, can't even see it anymore, says Decker done. That one has gone over the top. The Hurricanes not quite getting the line out right, but that is a great tackle on the Hurricanes player. They have still got this ball. Now it's going to be Campbell, goes into the hands of Mitchell. And the Hurricanes, if they can get one more, they get that bonus point. And I'm not saying they'll make it to the final with it, but it will give them just that little bit more of an opportunity And it will mean if any other sides draw, then they will finish above them. And now the Hurricanes still driving forward, 15 metres out. Lamape goes back into the hands of Mitchell. Little offload to Jordy Barrett. Nongor catching him high there. So it's going to be the advantage now. It's going to be Proctor on the outside to Prinsep with a little bit of a sidestep there, Prinsep. And they are driving forward once again here. The Hurricanes 5 phases in. I wonder if they're going to be able to outdo the Reds in that regard because they had about 16 phases for their try. That's a rough pass from Luke Campbell. So that is a no. And that one is going to now be a penalty to the Hurricanes. They will not be taking on the 3 here. They will be kicking it for either the corner or taking the quick tap. Jordy Barrett trying to decide what to do here. He's kicking for the corner. And maybe they will be looking at Dane Coles off the back of the rolling ball as well. Nice and hot in the islands, bro. As well says Machu. And we have also got there in the chat. Tell you what, it's going quick at the moment. I do appreciate you all being here. Jordy is good, isn't he? As well says Jake. He is indeed. And he had a rough game last week, but I feel like overall, his form has been pretty good in this competition. 74 likes as well on this live stream I have seen. So thank you all very much for that. At the moment, we're sitting at 70 minutes gone. So can we get to 90 before we get to full-time? 10 minutes away from that. Dane Coles now is going to be throwing this one. Gone to the back to Liam Mitchell now claiming that one. And they are going to be going for this rolling maul. It's going sideways for the Hurricanes. Is Dane Coles even going to get it in his hands? It's going to be a try. Who has got it? Who's underneath everyone? Was it Liam Mitchell who got it? I'm not sure. Pori Rackety Stones, though. It might have been Tyrell Lomax. Who are they showing? It was Devon Flanders who was able to get that one. And because of it now, they've got that 5th try. And that means now at this stage, the bonus point is on the cards for the Hurricanes. And it was Devon Flanders who was able to get it. I couldn't even see who had that one. But that one just started moving at a mighty pace there for the Hurricanes. I believe they would have gone to Dane Coles off the back if they got the chance. But they just went too quick for him to be able to join the back from throwing it. And then from there, they just drove there and straight over the line was Devon Flanders who was able to score it. And now they have done very nicely there. 71 minutes in. Jordy Barrett has been able to get that kick as well. And they are sitting in a good position now, the Hurricanes. And 10 minutes in the bin so far has got 2 tries against the Reds. So it's going to be interesting to see what is going to be happening in the later stages. Very disappointing games. Which refs would be more fair as well, says William. And also, we have got there, if you don't like the rules, fly to Dublin. Why Dublin? And we have also got there, casual mate, quit biasing. I'm a neutral NZ here. As well says, let's quit biasing. Is that me or to someone in the chat? Because I do try my best to stay impartial in these ones, as I don't actually support any New Zealand Super Rugby side. Areds are getting thrashed, says Prince. They've had a couple moments in this game, though, that have kind of shifted it. Like they've had 2 yellow cards, and both of those times that they've had yellow cards straight after, I believe 2 yellow cards against them, 3 tries scored in that time. And if those tries weren't there, then we would be looking at a little bit closer indeed. We have got you are from New Zealand, and we have also got in there Crusaders 66, Rebels 0 as well. And now it is going to be in the hands of Dalgunu now. Going to be driving forward for the Reds here, trying to step around that man Liam Mitchell, but not quite able to. But he is still going, Dalgunu. He is not giving up for his side yet. And that's the thing. If the Reds can get anything out of this game, it will be cancelling out that bonus point of the Hurricanes. Little offload back to the hands of Greeley now. He has played well, but he is getting out-muscled there by Tyrell Lomax. It is going to be now going back into the hands of Sorovi. Goes to Paisami trying to hit the gap. He is tackled once again. So far, the Hurricanes have been doing decent on defence. Harry Wilson, he's had a good game. He is dragged out on the halfway line. Goes back to the hands of Nongor now. And I feel like he's probably quite lucky to be out on the field because they did have a penalty against him for a high tackle, but I think it was because it was riding up. And now he wasn't held, so he's going again. Now there's going to be an answer. So Robbie goes to Fraser McWright trying to dodge the tackle. Duplessis, referee, you're going to have to clean him out because or else he will be taking that ball. Now it's going to be Sorovi into the hands of the captain, Liam Wright. Once again, Sorovi goes to Paisami, short side tackle by his opposite number, Proctor. And the Reds at the stage, 10 phases once again. They have been doing very well to hang on to the ball. Now it's going to be Harry Wilson right next to the touchline, driven into touch by Dane Coles. And now it is going to be 25 metres out from the own line of the Hurricanes. Thinking about taking it quickly, deciding against it. And we have also got, you got handed 2 easy tries, mate, that turned the game right into your favour. Refs probably had a multi on Don't Blame Them as well, says Litz. Chill out, mate. You've got out your win as well. I'm not sure whether that's a me or someone in the chat because I see that the chat is going extremely quickly. And at this stage we will be much more competitive. The games the refs have won as well. And who scored the last try, Hamish? Says Aiden. It was the try of Devon Flanders or Flanders. I say Flanders because I think I heard Flanders once, but now everyone's saying Flanders. So I'm not too sure. But now it's going to be Danny Tawala is going to be making his way onto the field for Ngani Laumape, who's getting an ovation, but he's not on my team sheet. I got P2 Munga Jensen down as the reserve replacement, but Laumape, he is going to be heading off after this game, unless, of course, the Hurricanes can make it to the final. We will have to wait and see, but at this stage, maybe the last game in the Hurricanes kit, and what a career he's had there as well. Since 2016, making his debut, has played a lot of great rugby. Now it's going to be Salisa Rayasi. The Hurricanes haven't finished playing their good rugby in this match. Little offload back into the hands of Proctor now. He sees a gap. Billy Proctor almost tackled by McWright. Offloads back in the hands now of Danny Tawala, I believe it was, who did have that one, but straight over the ball with the Reds, but not quite able to receive that one. 30 metres out now. And they've got the advantage here. The Hurricanes goes back to Liam Mitchell. Offload back into the hands of Ruben Love. Fires the wide ball out to Wes Houston. Little chip in behind. He's getting shepherded by, it was Daniela Tupou, and they're going back for the penalty once again to the Hurricanes. We have also got there in the chat as well. No, I hope the Reds can just get one consolation try as well. G-Man Cuzzy, how are you, mate? As well. Oh, we got G-Man in the chat. It's amazing that you don't support any New Zealand team. You're indeed a humble guy, because my Crusaders mates are really arrogant. As well, says G-Man. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I feel like I have a little bit of a benefit in terms of I'm halfway in between two sides, like in terms of my location in the country. So I just love supporting all of them. What is the latest standards or standard points table? As well as Tamasi, I haven't got the updated one, but I will show the one before the match and talk about what has happened here. So pretty much at this stage, the Hurricanes, they would move up into first place after the first game of round 5. They would be sitting on 21 points if it stays the way that it is at the moment, and their points differential would actually be relatively up there as well. Currently winning this match by 22 points. By Sami coming off the field, that is going to be for Creighton. And at this stage, yeah, they will be moving into first place. So we will have to wait and see whether or not they can sneak their way into that final, because there is still that little bit of a possibility if the Blues, the Crusaders, and the Highlanders, two of them, lose their matches. Dane Cole's got this ball at the back of the rolling maul, 5 metres out now. For the Hurricanes, this is looking dangerous. The Reds trying to defend it. Scrafton trying to get it moving. Dane Coles, he's going to pick up his second here because no one is going to stop. Oh, did he drop it? I don't think he did. Dane Coles has scored that one. It looked like a little fumble on the ground, but I believe it was after the factor of him getting the ball down there. Dane Coles, I will update Miss Corbett as well. Aloha Mako, law of nature, brother. Strong survive as well, says Maxi. And we have also got there in the chat, the Abbeys will suffer without Ngani Laumape as well, says Batman. But that was a great rolling maul from the Hurricanes there, 10 metres out. And once again, something that the Brumbies did beautifully last week was defend that rolling maul. But the Reds just haven't quite been able to stop it here. And every time it happens, it looks dangerous. Dane Coles at the back of it was able to score his second try of this match. I haven't been in the situation. I have been putting the score, or I've been putting the time that the people have been scoring. So I'll actually put Dane Coles after himself here as well, and that was scored in the 76th minute, that one. There we go. As you guys can see, there are a lot of tries in this match now, and at this stage, that does secure the bonus point, I would think, with only 3.5 minutes left in this match. So they are looking good for that bonus point here. The Highlanders, they're not the Highlanders, the Hurricanes. And now Jordy Barrett going to be kicking this one over. Yes, he does. So now the score is going to be 43 to the Hurricanes and also 14 to the Reds. And I believe now the player will be back from the bin. And unfortunately, 14-17 at halftime was the score here. And now all of a sudden the Hurricanes have been able to well and truly pour on the points. We have also got in there as well. I'll tell you what, the chat is going extremely quick. I do appreciate you all being here. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. The live leader, they are showing 21 points for the Hurricanes, 19 for the Blues, but they have got the game in hand. Every other side other than the Hurricanes and the Reds at this stage. So I would think more than likely if the Highlanders can get the win later on tonight, then we will be in that predicament of that table changing a little bit. Greeley taking that one nicely. A little bit of a block, and now Greeley is driving towards the halfway line. Can the Reds get one more try in this match? If they score very soon, maybe there is. Taniela Tupou's dropped the ball again. Unfortunately for him, Scrafton, little offload out the back. Duplessis Karefi's dropped the ball. And now we are going to have a scrum feed. And Taniela Tupou, he's had a rough game. He's had a couple times he's telling, don't touch me, to his teammates. Unfortunately for him, that is about his third knock on in this one, and also ended up a disallowed try for double movement earlier on in the match as well. But Duplessis Karefi, he's a happy man at the moment because he has been playing pretty well indeed. We have also got, and then your cat is ignoring you tonight because you're not loyal to the Crusaders as well, says Batman. He is well and truly asleep over on the chair. I thought I almost heard him snoring before, but I don't think it was him. He breathes heavily sometimes, I think, but now at this stage, Mape is actually down on the sideline. I assume that it's not an injury, but it didn't look too great. He looked like he was sitting awkwardly as well. And where's Mape going after the cane, says Aiden. How's it, G-Man, as well, says Bertie in the chat. And at this stage, he is going to be going to Stade de France, I believe the pronunciation is, but I feel like it could be a mile off in that regard. We have also got in there, I'll tell you what, you're right about not being able to buy anything from my multis. WGF was that Pavlova cool. Chuck that one in the bin as well, says Litz. We have also got and reply with Kiwi 501 Deportees all go home as well. We have got go the Hurricanes from Mata, and also ouch, it's getting tense as well, says Decadun. Yeah, there is a little bit of a rivalry in the chat. By the sounds of it, I wish we cared more about the sport, but no one cares here as well, says William. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like if it was on free-to-air TV, like we were going back to a little bit earlier on, then it would give more opportunity for people to follow it each week. Where's Hoosen now? Has got this ball, and at this stage, only 1 minute left in this match. The Hurricanes, I feel like in this situation, they wouldn't be kicking this ball out. It's going to be Scrafton carrying that one because of the fact if they get one more try, that points differential could be playing a factor. That was a very flat pass from, it was Ruben Love there. Ball has popped out. Taniela Tupou, unfortunately. I believe it was another knock-on against him. No, it was a 4 pass, they did say. So now it is going to be a scrum feed for the Reds. 15 seconds left in this one. All of a sudden, you said it as well, said Emmett Shaw. Yeah, I end up saying all of a sudden every single time I mention anything to do with the scoreboard, I think. I have noticed, and we have got the next game is going to be interesting, says Maxi. It is indeed, and it is going to be kicking off in 45 minutes' time. We are going to be doing our live stream for that match as well. So be sure, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to tune in for that one. Going to be exciting because of the fact that this table is very close. I will show it. This is an updated, but the Hurricanes now will be sitting on 21 points after this. I will have an updated table for the next game, though, so you guys know exactly where they are going to be sitting, but they are going to be in first. The Highlanders, they need this win if they do want a chance of making it to the final. And whatever the Highlanders win by, the Crusaders will need to win by that plus 11. Could be a very exciting one, but who knows? Maybe the Brumbies come out and pull off the upset. There are a lot of possibilities in this last round. It's not a one-horse race here. Everyone almost has a chance in that top 4. And we will have to wait and see how it is going to be going. And now it is going to be in the hands of Moses Sarovi. Goes back now. It looks like the Reds are going to have one more crack. Jordy Barrett almost tackling a little bit high there, but Isaac Henry driving forward. Almost a little knock on, but he's done well to be able to hang on to that. Now it is going to be a little bit of a backline. Oh, it's gone to Dalgunu. That's a knock on. And that's going to be the end of this match. Now we've got Maxi. If the Highlanders have a rack up the big score, we'll put big pressure on the Crusaders. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And that's the thing. If the Highlanders win and the Crusaders win, all of a sudden the Blues, they will be feeling that pressure because they will know if they don't win, they're not in the final. So I feel like for the Blues' sake, they will be hoping one of those two sides end up losing. But that's the thing. Now with the Hurricanes passing the Blues, they cannot afford to lose. And if they do win, they'll end up with the home final as well. We've got Domingo Miotti is going to Glasgow, as well as his football interest. I did know that they were going to be losing Miotti, and also Kubeli, I believe, was going overseas to Western Force after the season. So that's going to be a little bit of a hit to them. And we have got go the Cane Tins as well, says Mata. And at least the Queensland Reds scored more points than the Maroons did, as well, said Max. They did indeed. And yeah, that was unfortunate in the State of Origin if you are a Queensland supporter. But game 2 might be different. We'll have to wait and see. Your cat is dreaming of Richie Moanga making the Blues nice cat food in the final as well, says Batman. And also go for the 50, says Isaac. Goodbye, Reds, earlier on as well. 85 likes, 5 away from 90 as well, says Jeffrey. Sorry, that was from Bertie. And also we have got Crusaders game as Wednesday's Pardeep. It is going to be 4:35 p.m. tomorrow, New Zealand time. And we have also got there How Deep Pardeep as well. And we have got no more Bowden Barrett or Richie Moanga debate. No more Damian McKenzie or Will Jordan or Jordy Barrett debate. Yeah, I feel like at this stage, that one always goes either way. And also the fullback for the All Blacks is still in big question, that is for sure. We also got, are you going to do a review the 2 games tonight? Says Joffrey Fockert. I think I will end up, I don't think I'll be able to squeeze one in between these 2 games, but I will be making up the table so you guys can see where everyone is standing. And I'll probably do a review after the second match and probably include a little bit of the first match as well. We have also got there Brumbies, the EMF as well, says Isaac. And also top 4, anybody guess? As well, says MH Joy. And we have also got Cheers Chat, yeah, the boys from Mako Vanapola Bear. And also, what did the first 6 letters of Queensland spell? Kiwilaz, what does the first 6 letters of Queensland. Queens, I assume. I'm not wrong. Crusaders will need to win by more than 12, bro. As well, says Maxi. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a close finish in this competition, and points differential could be the difference between some of those ones. And we have got up the Mighty Maroons as well, and also go the Brumbies Crusaders Blues final, please. As well, says Batman, and also particularly a battle for the New Zealand teams for the finals, as well, says Max. And I say, went to Mighty to we'll talk that action, bro. And don't worry, Queensland brothers, score reversed were was 41-34, says Smithy Toilet. I'm not sure how that system works, to be fair, by Maroons, as well, says Isaac. But nonetheless, I will have a quick look and see how many likes we are sitting on for this live stream. We are currently sitting on 86. So we have done extremely well. So I do thank you all very much for leaving likes on this live stream. Also, if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are currently sitting on 2,519. So we have gone up quite a few. And I feel like maybe before the end of this live stream, we might be able to be on 25. So 6 more. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We have also got Maroons supporters again in 2 weeks, as well, says Machu. But nonetheless, I will look at some stats for this match as well, so that you guys do know exactly what happened in this one. But at this stage, there were quite a few missed tackles for the Reds in this one, unfortunately. Also, a lot of penalties between the two sides. Handling errors, though. Talking about handling errors, the Hurricanes had about 14 after 60 minutes, which was pretty crazy. Queensland's day is over, as well, says Martin. 90 likes. Well done, guys, from Birdie as well. Queensland having a bad week. At least I could do. It's the least I could do. As well, says Smithy Toilet. An awesome stream, mate, from Birdie. Thank you very much, mate. And I look forward to seeing you in 40 minutes for the next one as well, which is going to be between the Brumbies and the Highlanders. And that should be a very exciting contest indeed. But in this one, 3 yellow cards in this match. The first one was a yellow card to Tyrell Lomax. Second one, Dalgunu. Third one, Bryce Hegarty. And at this stage, we had a lot of tries scored in this match. Laumape scored in the first for the Hurricanes. Ruben Love, Dane Coles, a penalty try, which was the result of a yellow card as well to Bryce Hegarty, Devon Flanders, and then Dane Coles was able to get the last one. So they did receive the bonus point in this match, the Hurricanes. So they take the full 5. Then Tate McDermott scoring for the Reds. Also Payanga Amosa. We always got up the Mighty as well. And I like, says Achilles, thank you very much. Queensland's there. Oh, we are Queensland as well, says Marco Vonapolo. We're with the capital NZ. At this stage, there were a lot of meters carried. 564 for the Hurricanes, 637 for the Reds. Those are big numbers for this one. Defenders beaten, 47 defenders beaten for the Hurricanes in this one. And also 29 for the Reds. Clean breaks, 909. Offloads, 35 offloads in total between these two ones, between these two sides in this match. Tackles, 156 made by the Hurricanes with 29 missed tackles and 106 made with the Reds. And 47 missed tackles. So, unfortunately, in this one, the Reds might finish this competition with the lowest tackle completion rate, whereas in Super Rugby AU, I believe it was one of the highest for them. But also, there were a lot of penalties in this one, 12 against the Reds and 6 against the Hurricanes, with a lot more handling errors, 59% possession for the Reds as well. And we have also got there in New South Wales looking hot. Marco Vonapolo Bear, Jamaicans look at the dislike icon and mistake it for this I like as well. Surely that is it, of course. Maybe. New South Wales looking hot as well, says Batman. And do the next State of Origin game. It's on a Sunday, so we can see all the Transformers coming out, switching teams as well, says Machu as well. And I am considering doing the State of Origin one. I was about to do the game last week, but I decided against it just because of the fact that I felt like I didn't know enough about them to be able to kind of comment, because I haven't been following the NRL as close as I possibly should. But I feel like from watching that game, I know a few more of the players, so maybe the next one could be an option as well. And we have also got in there, I know the what the first word is Queensland stands for, as well, says Batman. And also we have got as man of the match as well. Oh, who did they give it to in the end? I'm not actually sure. I have an ad at the moment, so I'm not too sure who they ended up giving it to. For me, if I had to give it to someone, I mean, Laumape's probably up there, but also, who do you give it to? Duplessis Karefi won a lot of turnovers. I'm going to look at a few stats as well for players and find out whether or not I can work it out. But Jordy Barrett had 112 metres carried, 15 defenders beaten. Laumape, 92 metres carried, 12 defenders beaten. Tackling was not happening for the Reds, unfortunately, in this match too often. Then for the metres carried, Dalgunu had 10 104 metres carried for him with 3 defenders beaten. That was the most for any Reds player. 18 tackles made by Duplessis Karefi, 3 missed tackles, but 4 turnovers won. He's got to be up there for man of the match, that is for sure. Also, 16 tackles for Scott Scrafton, 14 for Numia, and also Blackwell. Lot of tackles being made. Unfortunately, my brother thought Sunnyville played in the NFL, as well as George Meyer. Not quite, unfortunately for him, not quite. And we have also got Lucan Salakai Lotto has got 12. Do you want to come on for a post-match review, George? Do let me know if you are still in the chat as well. And we have also got there, New Zealand teams are better than the Aussie teams all day of the week as well, says Mark. And also we have got Marone Taladai, who is the man of the match. I read that one, and I feel like Duplessis Karefi would have been up there. And Kiwi Lads, just repeat what you hear on the TV for the State of Origin. Kiwi Lads, says Machu. I mean, that is an option, but I feel like I don't want to end up kind of just completely copying it. But I guess listening to the names is something I probably need to do a little bit more, do a 1 minute delay as well, says Machu. And also I don't trust Steers. They're always up to something, as well, says Achilles. That is a nice one. I enjoyed that one. We've got a few jokes that we do see in the chat, and I did enjoy that one. George Meyer, Jimmy Cohen's brother as well, using to land if they don't get their stuff together as well, says Batman as well. I'm busy trying to upload content as well, George Meyer. I want to say it, but I feel like I'm not allowed to, so we will move on from there. Yeah, nonetheless, a lot of tackles made by the Hurricanes. Very nicely done by them. More possession for the Reds, but in the end, 43 points to the 14. So nonetheless, we are going to be ending this live stream. We've got 35 minutes until the next match kicks off. It is going to be between the Brumbies and the Highlanders, and it is going to be a very exciting one indeed. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. We hit the like goal. We hit, I believe, the subscriber goal. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will have a quick look at it in a very short moment as well. We are sitting on 2,519, so I am still very impressed with that indeed. But yeah, I do thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all in a short moment for the next match as well. Go the Blues, says Mark, and there as well. The ginger and the winch. There's Marco for the polar bear. But nonetheless, I will see you all in the next one.